microphone above his hip. He did supper fools and he never took no lip. And after serial libertarian and he came, he talked some shit he said.
What up, people? How we doing? Welcome to another episode of Twitch Talk. I, of course, am your host, Corey Adam. Let's get this going, huh? Let's do this, shall we? Hell yeah. Let's get this rolling. Get a little bit of background music rolling. Check that out. Boom. Oh, that looks bad. All right, we got to fix this a little bit. Just a little bit. It'll be all right. Just a little bit. There we go, right. Perfect. Wait for it. Yeah. Gross. Clean that up. Yeah, you clean that up, girl. What up, butt cheeks? Lane's in here with his little butt cheeks. What up, butt cheeks? There's so many bands today. How are you going to narrow it down for People's Court? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if we'll do People's Court today. Who knows? We might. I'm here for the gangbang. Okay. Welcome, producer Mikey, here for the gangbang. That's real weird, but all right. Yeah. Somebody was saying that Duluth song rings a little bit too true. You're not wrong. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with a little bit of tropicalness here. We're going to just lean back. We're going to relax into the waves. F, you got uglier. Thank you, Crotch Juice. What a nice thing to say. I'm just so happy you're here supporting with your love and well wishes. Regina. Missed you yesterday. Yeah, where'd you go? You weren't there. Artist name of that song. Of what song? What would you like? I'm not sure what you're asking. Yeah. What? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. There we go. What? Hi. How's it going? Oh, Duluth. It's Vinny and the Stardusters is the name of that band. I got third place on the third place bullshit. Yeah, fucked on that. I don't care. Whatever, dude. I didn't try. Like, nobody tries. Nobody cares. And also, it's like, you're not even fighting for third. You're fighting for second because Oz is always going to win first, guys. He just always is. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not mad. It don't matter. I'm just saying. For the beach, huh? Hell yeah. Happy Tuesday, baby. We're doing it. Fuck yeah. Zup, kids. What up, JJ's blood alcohol content? Oz is the worst? I don't know. Is he? I don't think he is, I guess. I don't know. I have like a weird one. 56 here. Wow. Yeah, that's what happens when we roll off the TV show. Or the TV show. The fucking radio show. A TV show. What am I talking about? Hey, girl. Hey, what up, Mikey 2 mods? Beach. Just what I needed. Cool. I thought this was a comedy show. It is. I thought you were banned. You were. Any other questions? We don't have to just roll right into the momentum, man. First, we're getting the hang of it, man. We're just having fun. He just doesn't add anything. Yeah, I mean, Oz has a rhythm that adds. It's pretty cool. What up, flavored meat lube or flavored lube meat? It's a weird fucking screen name, but I like it. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. The real Mike Tyson. Come on, give me a sub, baby. You subbed to Steel Toe. They blocked you. I saw you follow me right after you got banned too, I think. I like the vibe. Yeah, man, cool. Thanks. Yeah, this is not like, as everybody here can vouch, this is not Steel Toe, man. Like, yes, I am of Steel Toe, but it's important to make these shows different, you know? Like, and it just, I like to chill. Hell yeah. Thanks for the host, King Kong Dong. I appreciate it. Let's see, we're gonna get nuts today. Let's get some like more relaxing stuff. This is gonna be a weird one today. Oh shit. Hog Wranglers here. Y'all been wrangling hogs? Hey, y'all been wrangling hogs? Here you go. Ellie, this is for you and your relaxation. Also, if you're prize winners, you gotta get at me. I gotta get those prizes out for people that won in the Discord. Ellie, I got some special stuff for you. Crotch Juice. Aaron's gonna be in a new episode of the Smithsonian Air Disaster Show. I don't know what that means. Hey, Corey, good job today. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thanks for coming over. Booyah. I've wrangled a few hogs in my day. I'm not proud. You know, it happens. It happens to the best of us. What are you going to do? Yeah, I do have a lot of that. We're just trying to catch up with everybody. Like I said, this is kind of what we do. We just roll in. We'll get around to the show, but right now it's about talking with you guys. And after the Steel Toe show, we like to talk a little bit of Steel Toe. So this is a safe zone for banning. I didn't say that. I have mods that'll do what they want to do, but I don't know. On the grand scheme of things, nobody really gets banned. Honestly, Producer Mikey, if you're still allowed in here, we're fine, right? Who is Jeremy One Oopsala? I have no idea. At the end of this show, you were going to talk about Tim Pool before Aaron cut you off. I was curious what your take was. I like Tim Pool. I can't remember exactly what I was saying millisecond, but it was something about something he sounded off on. So I forget. I'd have to re-listen to it. Who won prizes? I know Ellie did. I know Cheeseburger did. I forget who the third one was. Maybe A Special K? I don't forget. Lane 008. I looked up naked pictures of Beyonce this morning to fap to. Her butt cheeks get a loot of hype, but she's got boobies on her too. Nice. I thought you were messaging us. I didn't want to bug you. Oh, no. Yeah. Well, you weren't here yesterday, or you were at the end, right? Balls deep with 2 unicorn bits. Fuck yeah, bro. I'm Corey Adam, and on my stream, we smoke pot and talk about aliens. I don't smoke pot on stream. I don't talk about it on stream because you're not allowed to do drugs on Twitch, so I don't do drugs on Twitch. But we do talk aliens every now and again. Yesterday, we were talking about clear water, or clean water, clean energy, all that shit. 62, you're getting big. I knew you were very cool. Yeah, thanks. I was here. Damn work is interfering with my Twitch time. Yeah, right. Nice work today, dude. Thank you. Holy shit, 62. Yeah, that's right. We're growing. This is what happens, baby. It's what happens when we halfway drown in this river here. What am I drinking? I'm drinking just soda right now, trying to wake up. I got a long day today, man. Oh, cool. Look at that. This is a Mountain Dew, but the chroma green lets it just go straight through. That's kind of cool, right? Look at that. Hey, guys, want to see a magic trick? Oh, where'd it go? Gotta love a green screen. Ugh. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe that'll be a copyright strike. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I don't think my coffee had caffeine in it. Yeah, that'll happen. I would have the show in the office, but you dropped too many fucks. Yeah, that's fair. I know. I'm sorry. I try to help. I'll keep it down. I'll try to drop less fucks for you, Mikey. I'm sorry. What happened to the Great Hall? All I have is VIP music. What? No, it should be still there. What are you talking about, Dong? Oh, weird. There you go. I don't know what happened. For some reason, your role of past winner got taken off there. I fixed it. For all of you that are new here, don't forget we have a Discord, and on the Discord, we do a lot of integrated stuff. We give away prizes. That's kind of where the cool kids hang out. You can also go over to Venmo, drop any money that you can, or go to PayPal, Corey Adam Comedy on Venmo, or CoreyAdamComedy@gmail.com for PayPal. Everything you give helps, or if you'd prefer, you can donate directly there. Also, don't forget we run games over on the game channel, which is TwitchTok Cast. So you want to watch video games, follow that account too, because that's where we broadcast the video games. Otherwise, anything from me, follow me across Corey Adam. Also, if you're joining us for the first time from Steel Toe, there are all kinds of hidden Steel Toe gems in the chat room. Exclamation point, if you're a subscriber, you can play with the bots. So if you subscribe, you have access to Nightbot, and you can just do stuff like, let's see. Let's do this one. Welcome to my, oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. Boom, there you go. And all these different codes that will have all the different stuff. Yeah. It's kind of cool, right? Yep, and they're all just hidden, you know, like... So yeah, that's kind of fun. Getting everybody integrated. I got people like messaging me that it's their first time here, so that's really cool. Thank you for coming and joining. And we're gonna have a good one here. I'm gonna we get started here in a sec. We're just kind of, like I said, we roll into it. You know, it's a slow little kind of chill out with your friends vibes here. You know, like it's not It's not a radio show. We're not the radio. We're Twitch. We're a different kind of thing. I feel like... Let's try this one. This is probably going to suck, but let's try it. Well, this ain't bad. I can get down to this. Try and find a lot of copyright-free stuff, so they'll do fucking nothing. Like I was all like, I'm gonna watch the S-bombs, and then I just didn't at all. There we go. All right. Here we go. We're just gonna chill. Cyber STD. Sinister Mind. A lady with a weird pregnancy thing. Do elaborate. Hell yeah. Shout out to Sinister Mind for the gift sub. That's super awesome. Got millisecond 420 in here. Hell yeah. Balls deep donate bits. That's right. Also, when you donate bits, if you see over there, there's a little cup that fills up. That's kind of cool. Oh, all right. Hold on. We'll do this. Let's do this, and then we'll turn that down just a little bit. There. Is that better? I know the mic levels get real weird on this sometimes, so hold on. Let me fix it. I'll fix it for you. Hold on. There. That should be all right, right? Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Is that better? I feel like it is. Did you see what Mr. Approachable gave you for... No. Did he link something? Where? Is it up front? Let's scroll up. Discord. Ellie, I got some special stuff for you. Crotch shoes. In the Discord. I got some... Okay, that's pretty good. I don't mind that. I'm not mad at that. That's what a jerk. First day listening to the show, heard about it on Steel Toe. Well, welcome to Steel Toe. Welcome to Twitch Talk, baby. My name's Corey Adam. I'm your host. This is how we do this. The background there. There we go. Realign. Boom. Boom, baby. There we go. I just like running around. Oh, fuck yeah. Shout out to Sinister Mind, gifting tier subs to Raz of Chaz, who loves jazz. Super awesome. She's hitting the lead with 3. Don't forget to give those bits and fill up that cup. We got this, guys. We're doing this. We're good. How we doing? What's happening? This is a relaxed, chill talk with a little bit of everything for those who don't know. Yeah, it is kind of a relaxing. I don't know. I feel like we're kind of hitting our style, Kong. Like, I feel like we finally just got it. It's like I'm not trying to be anything. When you donate bits, you get to watch a little pebble drop into a cup. Everybody gets excited. Yeah, I get excited about that. Are you mocking me, you motherfucker? I will cry. If you're mocking me, I will cry, motherfucker. I will do that. Any hype yet? No hype yet. Tom Thompson, hell yeah. Went to school with Lane, I'm told. All right, that's enough beach body. Oh God, now comes the hype train. Hype train. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go to the beach. You guys know what to do. Hype it up. There's no crying in Twitch Talk. I decide where there's crying. Tommy boy. All right, we're at level 2 already with 34%. Oh shit, Mr. Approachable's hosting. Hell yeah. Thanks for the host, Mr. Approachable. That's super fucking awesome. I appreciate it. Brain train. Hell yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Brain train, baby. Hell yeah. Shout out to Eugene's Pool Boy hosting me. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. We're just about ready. We're going to jump right in. Look at this. Look at this beautiful mountain. Doesn't it just feel nice to start off a show with some scenic bullshit? That's all I can do right now. I would put in some bits, but buy a new truck. No, man, I appreciate it. Everything you do is awesome. I appreciate it. Just send me bits. If you're trying to make yourself happy, bits. Just throw the bits. Send them. Send those bits. All right. Let's rock, shall we? Let's get going. Hi. My name's Corey. Welcome to TwitchTok. We got a really fun show for you today, I think. I don't know. Who the fuck knows anymore, you know? It's hard to say. But what we're going to do first and foremost, and this is going to be a repeat for people that were watching Steel Toe a little bit, but bits for tits. I can't show nudity. I can show you the rest stop, I guess, but like I can't. That's all I can do. I can do rest area. That's it. I can't do boobs, guys. Sorry, they will kick me off. So you get the rest area tattoo. All right, so this is from Reason. We were listening to this a little bit on Steel Toe today, but we will listen to it all right here and watch it. This is what should have happened at the Judiciary Committee. Here we go.
Handful of congressmen and 4 tech executives.
It sounds like a joke.
Oh, he heard it already. We've got representatives from Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Google, and Andrew Heaton.
Howdy, fellas. I look forward to your objective questions.
Any single action by one of these companies can affect hundreds of millions of us in profound and lasting ways.
Like the federal government.
Simply put, they have too much power.
They have too much power.
Their ability to dictate terms, call the shots, upend entire sectors, and inspire fear represent the powers of a private government.
Yeah, that's our job.
The concentration of the economic or political power is dangerous to a democratic society.
Nobody's having any self-reflection right now.
Can anybody name the 3 branches of government?
Bullying, fear, and panic.
Nailed it.
Any business that wants to be found on the web must pay Google tax.
Are you saying taxes are bad? Are you flirting with me?
What's to stop Apple from increasing its commission?
Oh, we just got to the next level?
That reminds me, let's raise taxes to 50%.
Even
Hype.
some of the
So
largest
level-
companies in the country fear
Here, we will pause
your
it to give you an
power.
update on it. So we got level 3 right now. We're at 4 minutes and 36 seconds with 0%. So, hey, bud, got one, LOL. Nice. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Plus, pussy is not safe for work. Yeah, right. All right.
Well, we're not rolling out unmarked vans in Portland, so maybe layoff waiting.
I will be introducing the House Companion Bill later this afternoon.
You cannot force people to be your house companion.
Would you agree to this idea?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if it's a voice vote? No.
I mean, 6 months of lockdown. I'm not picky right now. Grab a bottle of champagne. We'll see what happens.
We all do all kinds of online social media, all kinds of that kind of outreach, that communication. We all do all kinds of online social media, all kinds of that kind of
Hell yeah.
that outreach, that communication.
It sounds like you're very communicative.
Ever retaliated against or disadvantaged?
All right, we are at, where is it? There it is. Level 3, 24%, 3 minutes and 30 seconds left.
A developer who went public about their frustrations with the App Store.
I think you're asking about punishing whistleblowers, and I would like to compliment the gentleman on keen awareness of the institution in which he presently sits.
America is a remarkable nursery for innovation and entrepreneurship in pursuit of the American dream.
So you're saying America is a good place to pursue the American dream?
In America, you should be rewarded for success.
What are you gargling?
Being big is not inherently bad.
Thank you. Yes, body positive.
The committee will stand in recess for 10 minutes while we fix a technical feed with one of our witnesses.
There has to be consequences.
Have to be consequences.
There have to be consequences.
Amazon has said it's fixing. Its counterfeit problem.
I encourage this body to pass stricter penalties for counterfeiters.
All right, we are at 237, level 3, 25%.
And to increase law enforcement resources to go after counterfeiters.
We would love for you to do your job. If you could do your job better and smarter, that would make our job a lot easier.
I'm a government official.
I know.
Thanks, Florida.
I'm worried about Google's market power. Everybody.
I'm not gargling anything. I'm enjoying a tasty beverage. That is Chroma green soda. Look at that. It's kind of fun. Floyder fitting? Oof, that's rough. All right, we have 157 left of this level 3. 56 coming in. Watch these bits go into that cup, baby. 1 minute and 45 seconds remaining. 56% through. Hype train level 3. Keep it going. Hey, Corey, what's in that dude's pocket? Let's see. What pocket? Whose pocket? Oh, shit. 2 bits, 1 cup. There they are. There they go. There they go. 2 bits. Bloop. 1 cup. Oh, it dropped out. Boom. Off the bank. Fuck yeah. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining.
It's got to go through you. There's really no alternative.
You should really Google ballot access.
You can use Bing, I guess.
Big tech's out to get conservatives.
If
I see what
Facebook is
you're
out
saying.
there trying to repress conservative speech, they're doing a terrible job at it.
Top 10 most shared articles.
I
on
got an
Facebook
iPhone.
in
He had a
2020.
fucking iPhone.
Trump
Yeah,
suggests
fuck him.
Disinfectant to beat coronavirus and clean the lungs.
I mean, I'm ready to try it.
My parents who have a Gmail account aren't getting my campaign emails. They're going to spam and junk mail.
Maybe long.
They'll flag you.
I'd like to redirect your attention to antitrust law rather than fringe conspiracy theories.
Mr. Chairman, we have the email. There is no fringe.
It's not your time.
Jordan, you do not have the time.
30 seconds remaining. 61%. Level 3. Come on. 28 seconds. 25 seconds. 23 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 75%. 12 seconds left. 11, 8, 80%. 1 second. Oh, I didn't make it. Okay. We did good, though. We done good. We got through level 2. It's alright, I'm not mad at that. The percentage was 88, was the final percentage. So, but we did get a cool little electrocute guy icon, so that helps. Alright, back to this.
But
of your
when
colleague.
someone
He
directly
controls the time.
Put your mask
I
on.
don't know why
Put your
people
mask on.
don't take us seriously.
Does Amazon pursue similar predatory campaigns in other parts of its business?
You all are just hunting for sound bites, aren't you?
The way a cheetah would pursue a sickly gazelle.
Cool.
I would love to be far more aggressive and nimble.
That would be terrifying.
Is it okay to try to extract in that negotiation leverage with respect to getting content from them?
In general, I think that when two companies are negotiating, you are negotiating not just the amount of money that's going to change hands, but also what you're going to get in exchange for the amount of money.
Yeah, so what you're describing in that negotiation is a negotiation.
When users say, Alexa, buy batteries, Alexa responds, would you like to buy AA Amazon basic batteries?
We do promote our own products.
Is that legal?
Usually in our quest to regulate big companies, we end up hurting small companies more.
Google regulatory capture.
The whole goal of this committee's work is to make sure that there are more Amazons, that there are more Apples.
But no more political parties.
People are stuck with bad options.
We should still hold the election on time, though.
Can you assure Americans today you won't tailor your features to help Joe Biden in the upcoming election?
We support work that campaigns do.
It's a yes or no question.
Have you stopped beating your wife? It's a yes or no question.
Amazon strings you along for a while because it feels so good to get that paycheck every week. We called it Amazon heroin.
How did you hear about that?
Why on earth would they compare your company to a drug dealer?
Maybe because they're responsive and make him happy.
I want to respectfully disagree with the characterization.
With respect, I strongly disagree with that characterization.
In great respect, I don't agree with the premise.
I would like to disrespectfully disagree. You all are showboating. We could have done this through email.
I think that the history proves that Congress does a poor job in picking winners and losers.
Honestly, you sound like a cassette tape that's been pulled out and re-spooled.
We're back to exactly where we were in 1984.
There was a 1984 Super Bowl ad.
I remember it very well.
The ad ends with this lady running in color and smashing the screen.
It was Apple versus IBM at the time.
Yeah, but the point was, mob think, cancel culture, groupthink is not what this country's about.
I'm sorry, are you telling the CEO of Apple what an Apple ad is about?
Very quickly, can each of you simply commit to improving racial and gender equity at your companies?
No, but we will automate everyone equally.
Can you just make a blanket commitment?
I'll take the duvet.
This hearing has made one fact clear to me.
Let the record show that the congressman is reading a prepared statement about what he just learned today.
This must end.
Thank God.
All right, so that is...
What do you...
Pretty funny. I love the fact where they call him out for reading a prepared thing. Yeah. Will you stop beating your wife? It's a yes or no question. All right, let's get caught up here. Yeah. Lovely. Did I get a train yet? I don't know if you've gotten a train yet. Seems very intimate a question to be asking. Gag. I can't stand people that... Yeah. Lane 08 says, I'm trying to pay attention to this political shit, but I'm too hungover, so I'm just going to imagine it's Republicans making Dems look stupid. That's fine. JJ's Blood Alcohol Content said, I bet he said, wife once got pissed when the item said it required alkaline batteries only, and she bought Duracells. No joke. I just gave her the you're so dumb look, and she knew instantly. That's pretty funny. Sometimes we have dumb moments, blood moments, yeah. Lane is attempting to choke down an Egg McMuffin. That'll happen. I'm here to automate everyone out of jobs. That's my job as a software engineer. Did Ellison stop beating up his girlfriend? I don't think so. I don't think he did. I think that is a very sore subject for him, but I don't believe he did. I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but I'm not, because he didn't. Ugh, Jesus Christ. It's one of those. I had more political stuff, but Lane's bitching about it already. So what do I do? Do I cater to one listener, or do I just keep plowing ahead? It's hard, you know? Running a show sometimes is very, very hard. Guar videos? No, I'm not doing Guar videos. We did that once to prove how awesome Guar was, and now see how you guys request more Guar? Go ahead. All right. When in doubt, plow them. Don't let me. Don't forget to use super. Yeah, super user do. Sudo. I like Egg McMuffins. I think they're good. Get fucked. All right, we'll just plow ahead. We'll get through all this shit. Wade through it all. Someday need a music show, rock and metal talk. Yeah, we can do that. The problem is that it's hard to do that and not get it copyright struck. So like then it doesn't matter. Check your Facebook messages. Ugh. Yeah, is that what I should be doing? The what? I cut a new drop one? I don't know. Fuck you. How about that? I don't care. Let's talk about some China shit, huh? The Chinese shit is getting crazy. There's a huge mass a troop dispute on the border of India right now that's super crazy. So let's go to our old friend Chris Chappell, and we will...
I'm Chris Chappell. Remember
less than 2 months ago when Chinese and Indian troops had a deadly brawl in a disputed border area. And then both sides were like, we're totally gonna de-escalate and disengage. Well, good news, both sides are disengaging. If by disengage you mean they're both stationing more troops along the border, called the LAC, or the Line of Actual Control. So they are not disengaging. According to the New York Times, thousands of Chinese and Indian troops are amassed over a contentious, jagged line in one of the most remote places on Earth. Satellite photos reveal a major Chinese buildup, including a blizzard of new tents, new storage sheds, artillery pieces, and even tanks. But China promised they were going to solve the difference through dialogue. Dialogue!
China and India both expressed that they want to solve differences through dialogue to maintain the peace and stability of the border region.
Well, maybe what the Chinese Foreign Ministry meant by dialogue was India and China would station more soldiers along the border so they can yell at each other. And you definitely need more soldiers to do that because otherwise it's hard to hear the insults. I mean, dialogue. The new buildup is happening here, along the line of actual control between the Ladakh region, which is part of India, and Aksai Chin, which is territory claimed by India but controlled by China. India plans to add 35,000.
Yeah, fuck them to death, Lane. You're not wrong.
And Indian commanders acknowledge that their soldiers, too, now carry hand weapons, like bamboo sticks and slingshots. That's after both sides had previously agreed not to arm troops along the border, but then Chinese troops came at Indian troops with these. Look, I know how this goes. It starts with a snickberry switch. Then it gets slingshotted. And soon we'll be seeing an 8-nozzled elephant-toted boom blitz. That makes a lot more sense if you've read the Butter Battle book, which Dr. Seuss teaches kids about arms races and mutually assured destruction. Otherwise, you probably think I'm a crazy person. Anyway, this may not surprise you, but India is basically playing catch-up to China when it comes to weapons. And on top of that, satellite photos show rapid Chinese military buildup in the area. This is the Galwan River Valley. It's in Aksai Chin, that territory controlled by China, and it's close to the line of actual control. Here's a bend in the river on May 22nd, and here's the same spot on June 23rd. Here's another Chinese military camp in the same region. And here's yet another Chinese military camp. What's happening is the Chinese Communist Party is following the same strategy it used in the South China Sea. Build up a military presence, but do it gradually, so that there's no single incident that other countries can use as an excuse to take action. Like I said in a previous episode, this is called salami slicing, which sounds like it should be a Dr. Seuss book, but it's not. Locals living on the Indian side of the line of actual control tried to warn the Indian government about the buildup of Chinese troops, but the Indian military refused to do anything about it. They say there was a code of silence in which the Indian media was complicit, and that the Indian armed forces didn't want to face the fact that a more powerful and aggressive military was steadily nibbling away at its territory. But that is finally changing. Take Aksai Chin. As I said, China controls it, but Indian officials have said they will take it back. If India controls it, that would take a huge chunk of territory between Tibet and Xinjiang, two of China's happiest regions. China's People's Liberation Army, the PLA, has deployed close to 50,000 troops here, and the Indian Army is now deploying tanks, armored personnel carriers, and 4,000 men. India is also trying to catch up with its own construction boom, putting in a variety of roads, rails, and air bases to match the Chinese buildup. But currently, China has the infrastructure to get its military into the area faster than India, which is why you have Chinese state-run media promoting videos about how fast China can get troops into the area. On the Indian side, A total of 73 strategic roads and 125 bridges have been sanctioned along different sectors on the Indian side of the LAC. But progress has been slow. Only 35 roads have been finished so far.
That's so many.
In terms of air power, military experts say India has a relative advantage, as China's bases are generally further from the LAC and at higher altitudes where the thinner air means jets can carry less fuel and payload. And India has recently purchased 36 French fighter jets. The French jets can be armed with air-to-air, air-to-ground, and anti-ship missiles, as well as a 30mm cannon, and an especially dangerous weapon, the baguette launcher. Now, one reason India had held back on building a lot of infrastructure in the region was the fear that Chinese troops could use it for an invasion of India. But then China started building its own infrastructure, so plans change. Of course, India does have one huge advantage over China, the U.S. Here's a recent speech.
Oh, hey, look at that.
The United States has
Bud Bridges, how you doing?
never been more supportive of India's security. It's important that democracies like ours work together, especially as we see more clearly than ever the true scope of the challenge posed by the Chinese Communist Party.
The Chinese Communist Party must really hate that guy. And now is the time when I answer questions from you, my loyal 50-cent army, fans of the show who support what we do through the crowdfunding website Patreon. Jordan Larimore asks, can you elaborate a little more on how Jiang undermined who? Great question. That was in response to my recent episode about power struggles in the Communist Party, like take down Xi Jinping. And in it, I mentioned that former Chinese leader Jiang Zemin undermined his successor, Hu Jintao. That was kind of a side note because I didn't have time to get into it, but I'll do that now. At the top of the Communist Party is the Politburo Standing Committee, the 7 most powerful old dudes in China. But when it came time for Jiang to step down in 2002 and for Hu to take his place, Jiang was able to expand the Standing Committee to 9 members and fill basically all the seats with his people. Yeah, Hu Jintao and Wen Jiabao were a little outnumbered there. And Jiang had Hu watched before he stepped down too. In his memoirs, former U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney revealed that one of Jiang's people interrupted a private meeting between Cheney and Hu when Hu was vice president in 2002. It was clear this was the minder reporting back to Beijing. Hu didn't skip a beat and continued to deliver the scripted answers he had been giving in other meetings. And although Jiang stepped down as general secretary of the party in 2002, he held on to his position as the head of the powerful Central Military Commission up until 2004. It was unusual and made headlines at the time. Jiang also got state-run media to carry stories about him as the top news up until 2006, 4 years after he stepped down. Then there was the whole creation of a nationwide extra-legal security apparatus that answered only to him or someone appointed by him. And that's why even after retiring, Jiang was always sitting right next to Hu and still meeting with world leaders. So Jordan, I hope that gives you a fuller picture. If you want to know more, I recommend my old episode, What is Falun Gong and Why?
There we go. So yeah, that's that shit's getting messed up, man. Let's pop back the chill music and get rocking into the chill. In the middle of a dogfight, have less cigarette. Yeah, that's right. Can't talk. I'm at Bonanza. Well, thank you. How you doing? Bonanza. Bud Bridges loves him some Bonanza. God, these days after I follow the radio, I'm just like dead. It's like it's gonna be the whole episode, just me laying back. Twitch naps. Watch some Twitch nap, guys. Just kidding. I'm backing at him, baby. The previous Adam, the dogfight thing. Yeah. It's pretty weird.
So a woman came home to find.
Yeah, this shit happened. This is kind of weird. Let's get rid of this background music. I don't think I like that background music. We'll get around to it.
So a woman came home to find a very unwelcome guest in her driveway, a python. And when she got out of her car, the snake decided to make the car its home. News 13's Corey King has that story.
It certainly is unusual.
When Yolanda Burrunda returned home from getting dinner with the family around 9:30 Sunday night, she was surprised to see a snake in her driveway. She said her only fear was that it was going to get into the house or her car.
As long as it doesn't, slither up into the other vehicle that's in our yard, that was my first thought. And as I got out of my vehicle, went back to see if it's in the road, and sure enough, it had slithered into the tire of my white truck that I have in my driveway.
The 3-foot python had slithered up into the truck and wrapped itself around the rim. That's when Yolanda said she decided to get close enough to make sure it was indeed a snake. After she snagged a photo, she called the animal control to come get it.
And my first thought, well, somebody's pet. And second of all, I'm scared of snakes, so I didn't really want to get too close, but I wanted to be sure that that's what I did see.
The animal control does not respond after hours, so a few Roswell police officers arrived and spent almost an hour freeing the snake, which had made its way into the engine block. The snake was then taken to the animal control.
It's fine. Pythons are fine.
Where it came from.
No big deal.
Might be missing a python.
It's fine.
This one was most likely a pet that escaped from someone's house or wherever they were keeping it.
Staff at the animal control said the snake is around 3 feet long and a few years old. Corey King, KRQ News 13.
The city of Roswell says a few people came forward believing they know who owns it, but if no...
It's fucking weird, right? Fucking New Mexico. Oh, hey, there's a snake in your car. Oh, shit, that's probably somebody's pet. Yeah, this was the other one.
Hey, if you're planning on... Hey, if you're planning on heading up to the mountains, the United States Forest Service is asking you to please avoid attracting bears. They included this picture of a vehicle broken into by a bear at the Bayview Trailhead, seemingly after the owner left some snacks inside. Remove any food, trash, and any scented items from your vehicle if you're heading out on a trail. Katie Johnston for CBS 13 News.
Don't worry about it, guys. There's bears. Fuck bears. They're worse than pythons. Yeah. Snake, octopuses, and spiders will take over the... Yeah, have you seen the spider shit in Australia? Yeah, you want to see something crazy. Let's see if they... I don't know if they have the... Where are they? Yeah, okay, so these are right there. That's not snow. Those are actual spider webs. And those are all, like, that's Australia, so all those webs are fucking deadly spiders, too. But will you fight a spider before a python? That's what we're really here to find out.
It looks...
Yeah, here we go. Check this shit out. You ready for nightmares? Here we go.
Looks like something from a horror movie, doesn't it? Well, for residents in Goulburn, it was reality. They had a horrifying shock when thousands of baby spiders quite literally rained down from the sky. The town was invaded by the creepy crawlies as homes and gardens were reportedly covered with the spiders and mounds of their silky threads. Whilst the terrifying scenes would probably cause mass panic in most places, the phenomenon commonly known as spider rain or angel hair isn't uncommon
Spider
across
rain.
parts of Australia. And there's actually a word for it: ballooning. Ballooning is a form of spider transportation. It's basically when some species of spiders climb to the highest heights they possibly can, like to the tops of plants or trees. They then use their web silk as tiny parachutes and just leap off.
I don't like that. Mm-mm.
The silk catches on the breeze and carries the spider wherever he wants to go.
And those are like funnel webs too. Those are highly venomous.
We are then left with gossamer, the name for the silver sheets of silken webs left behind. This is reportedly going on around us all the time. We just don't notice it because it's not common for millions of spiders to do it at the same time and land in the same place. Bad luck to the people of Goulburn. Spiders are thought to come raining down because of a change in weather conditions. If it rains a lot and the ground gets waterlogged, spiders that either live on the surface of the ground or in burrows make their way upwards to avoid drowning. They then use their silk roads to escape. Spiders have virtually no control of where or how far it travels, but by ballooning they can often travel pretty big distances. Some have been seen flying more than 1.8 miles above the ground.
Shit! So that's nothing scary, right? Just flying spiders? No big deal. Seems fine. Seems fine. Where is it?
Send help.
There's also this guy.
Send help. Send help.
Look at how big that fucker is. That shit is so big. What up, No Diggity? Thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Look at how big that fucking spider is. Yeah, feed that cat to the spider. Spider cat. It's 9:55 a.m. Well, it's 10:55 a.m. here. Chinese missiles, French fighter jets, spider rain. Yeah. I want people to understand when they fuck up the mistakes they have made. And I want them to feel bad. I had another crazy spider video, but I don't know where.
I thought if this was their way of passing their eggs on and they all landed down here, why, we may be up to our ears in spiders.
No, this isn't a Halloween prank. We're told it's a completely natural process. Once the spider eggs are hatched, the babies then release a silk from their abdomen.
It's real lightweight, and these spiderlings are so tiny and microscopic that then the wind will just carry that silk along.
The process is called ballooning, where the wind carries away the baby spiders in search of a new home.
She just released a balloon into the environment. It's garbage.
Survive the ballooning process.
Most of them are going to land, get caught in places, and they don't find food. Something else eats them right away. They don't make it. But if there's hundreds of them going out, you know, a few of them are going to end up someplace good.
According to Stockman, the spiders are in no way becoming an infestation. She says humans shouldn't worry.
They should be happy. Like I said, you know, you should leave your spiders. You should leave your spiders. They're excellent pest control for things that do carry diseases like flies.
Well, whether you've witnessed babies ballooning or not, we're told it occurs.
It's too
about
quiet.
once a year.
Okay, here, hold on.
Abigail Ogle, KOCO 5 News.
It's over. It was just quiet. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes they're just. Oh yeah, there we go. Hold on. No, not you, bitch. Well, here's a Time article with it actually showing the ballooning. This is like nightmare material, man.
This crab spider is not just scuttling around. It is thinking about flying. Once on top of this artificial dome, it raises a leg to sample the airflow. Once it's satisfied, it raises its abdomen, turns on its spinnerets, the silk-making organs, and shoots threads skyward until it launches. It's called ballooning, but the spiders hang only from their own silk threads. Incredibly, these spiders are known to ride the wind across oceans and can reach heights of a mile or two. And sometimes, so many spiders launch together that the ground becomes blanketed with spider silk. Spiders use ballooning to seek food, avoid danger, find a mate, but much is still unknown about the physics of spider flight. And that's what drew Moonsung Cho to study them. Here he is in Berlin. You can see the path a ballooning spider takes after launching from his finger. Cho has carried out dozens of tests in nature, but for detailed analysis, he took spiders to the lab, where he tested them in a wind tunnel. The researchers found that the spiders prefer mild breezes, and the silk they spin can measure up to 6 feet long. Amazingly, it seems to be not the breeze, but what you might think of as the stickiness of the air that holds them aloft. Imagine a thread suspended in a thick fluid like a syrup. It won't sink, and if the fluid is moving along, the thread moves with it. A strand of silk may be more than 1,000 times thinner than a human hair. So for spider silk, the air is that fluid, moving swiftly along to take the spiders far afield. These spiders don't need an actual balloon to fly, just their own amazing silk.
Okay, so that's the spider shit. Oh god. Yeah. God damn it, Adam. Why? Why not? Why not? What do you care? Why are you mad? Get bad. I also use spider flight to seek a mate. Oh yeah? Do you just like balloon out of your sweatpants and then just fly to the nearest quick trip? How does that work? See, we lost everybody. We had tons of people. Then I showed some fucking spider videos. Now they all hate us. Spoiler alert. I don't fucking care. Dittos, bro. Dittos. That's where people go to mates, yeah. Dittos. I could see that. Ugh. Man. What a weird one today. Whore. Don't be like that. Don't call me fucking names. You don't know shit about shit, bro. Bro. You're the whore. Oh, that's hot. Get it. See, we tried to call Tom. No love. Slayer, we're going to need a demonstration of you shooting stuff into your abdomen. How about the media gaslighting that Biden wasn't avoiding a presidential debate, that Trump was the one who doesn't want to do it? Yeah, I don't know. That's not Twitch appropriate. Yeah, you're probably right. That's probably not Twitch appropriate.
God, love you. Oh,
If that's... Yeah, here we go. Here's creepy Joe Biden's greatest hits. It's just so gross. Look at that dude's face. Ugh. I think Biden... Yeah. What are VP's hair? Yeah, people get super insane about Joe. Like, it's like, he's super creepy. And he's not any good. Like, I don't know. This election is gonna get super weird, you guys. I mean that. Ugh, fuck. These early days kill me, man. All I do is yawn, I feel like. Yeah, well, and she's like, it's so funny because all the stuff you see with Bass is like, I'm not a communist, I'm not a socialist. Well, that means you're a communist. Like, I just can't believe they have, like, I can't believe Biden won. Like, he clearly has Alzheimer's, right? No. What is the accent? Oh, is that the Trump interview? No, I didn't. Was it crazy? Well, let's fucking watch it. Fuck it. We got time. Oh. Oh, look, they're at least being socially responsible. That's nice.
you so much for having us. We're here over here, Mr. President. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. President, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you taking the time, and we appreciate your commitment to answer our questions.
Sure.
Really appreciate that. Over the years, I've heard you talk about your adherence to a philosophy called positive thinking. This is the mantra that if you believe something, if you visualize it, then it will happen.
To an extent, I also think in terms of the downside.
Right.
I do. I've been given a lot of credit for positive thinking, but I also think about downside because only
Treasure map.
To what extent do you think that positive thinking mindset is suitable to handling the worst pandemic that we've seen in a century?
I think you have to have a positive outlook. Otherwise, you would have nothing without a positive outlook. I think we've done an incredible job between the ventilators and stopping very infected people from China coming in, meaning putting the ban on China, which frankly nobody wanted me to do, practically nobody, because it was very early in January. Then putting the ban on Europe, not an easy thing to do. When you put a ban on Europe, that's a big thing. We would have probably lost hundreds of thousands of lives more had I not done that. And all of the experts, every one of them, not one of them wanted to do it. They thought it was too severe. 3 months later, they're all saying, I'm glad you did it.
The criticism of you that is most prominent is about the communication. It's the public health experts saying that it needs to be based in reality. And they're saying that the wishful thinking and the salesmanship is just not suitable at a time when a pandemic has killed 145,000 Americans. And it's that I understand what you're saying, that people need to hear positive thinking. But, you know, for the past 5 months, it's been the virus is totally under control. And the cases have been going up and the deaths have been going up.
Look.
But you've been saying it's under control.
Nobody knew what this thing was all about. This has never happened before. 1917, but it was a totally different, it was a flu in that case, okay? But other than 1917, there's never been anything like this. And by the way, if you watch the fake news on television, they don't even talk about it. But you know, there are 188 other countries right now that are suffering, some proportionately far greater than we are, okay? As bad as we are.
Very few.
Some proportionately greater than we are. Right now, Spain is having a big spike. There are tremendous problems in the world. You look at Moscow, look at what's going on with Moscow, look at Brazil, look at these countries, what's going on. This was sent to us by China, one way or the other, and we're never gonna forget it. Believe me, we're never gonna forget it. And we were beating China at every single point. We were beating them on trade. We were making progress like nobody's ever made progress. They had, before the pandemic, they had the worst year, Jonathan, that they've had in 67 years. You know that, with the tariffs and everything else I did. We were taking in billions of dollars. I was giving some of it to the farmers. The farmers were doing well because they were targeting the farmers. I was targeting China. We were doing good. Then all of a sudden the game changed and I had to close it down. I closed down the greatest economy ever in history. And then I closed it down. And now we're opening it. And we saved, by the way, by closing it down, we saved millions of lives. If we would have gone the herd, and we knew very little about the disease, if we would have gone herd, we would have lost millions of people, millions of people. One person's too much. We're at 140,000 people. One person is too much. We're at 140. We would have lost millions of people. And those people that really understand it, they really understand it. They said it's incredible the job that we've done. And again, I bring banning China from coming in.
But it was already in here by the time. It was already here. Like by the time you banned China, it came in through Europe.
Nobody knew the extent. Nobody knew how contagious it was.
But the question is, Mr. President,
maybe China knew.
By June, we knew things were bad. And you know, the last time I was with you was the day before your Tulsa rally in the Oval. And, you know, you were saying big, huge crowd, it was indoors.
By the way,
these people, they listen to you.
Excuse me, Jonathan.
Yeah.
We had a 19,000 seat stadium. First of all, we had 12,000 people, not 6,000, which you reported and other people reported. But you couldn't even get in. It was like an armed camp.
Why would you have wanted that?
Because they had 120 Black Lives Matter people.
I understand, but why would you have wanted a huge crowd?
Excuse me, wait. And Tulsa, well, because that area was a very good area at the time. It was an area that was pretty much.
We'll stop here and just talk about it, but yeah. So this is very much fucking one of those cases, you know, where it's like, stay cool, bro. JJ's Blood Alcohol Content says, I'm so tired of the we've saved hundreds of thousands of millions of life statements. No one knows. Right. Nobody knows. Yeah, this is a media trick. The British accent is a media cover-up for sure. It's interesting. We're 5 minutes in and it's already getting hostile. This is about to get hilariously epic.
Over. After a month later, it started going up. That's a month later. But Tulsa was a very good. Oklahoma was doing very well as a state. It was almost free. It spiked a month later, month and a half, 2 months later, but it was a good area. We had a tremendous crowd. We had tremendous response. You couldn't even, it was like an armed camp. You couldn't even get through. You couldn't get anybody in.
But
we had 12,000 people. It was incorrectly reported. The other thing we had
that guy is
nobody
not
wants to
enjoying
talk
giving
about,
this interview.
So Fox broadcast it. It was the highest rating in the history of Fox Television, Saturday night. It was the highest rating.
Mr. President.
My speech, well, wait a minute, you're saying something.
Yeah.
That speech was the highest rated speech in the history of Fox Television on Saturday night. And nobody says that.
I think you misunderstand me. I'm not criticizing your ability to draw a crowd. Are you
Well,
kidding me?
I'm
I've
just
covered you
saying
for
this.
5 years. You draw massive
I'm just
crowds. You
saying
get huge
this.
ratings. I'm asking about the
At
public
time,
health.
And I canceled another one. I had to cancel it. We were
Right.
going to have a great crowd in New Hampshire, and I canceled it for the same reason.
But here's the question. I've covered you for a long time. I've gone to your rallies. I've talked to your people. They love you. They listen to you. They listen to every word you say. They hang on your every word. They don't listen to me or the media or Fauci. They think we're fake news. They want to get their advice from you. And so when they hear you say everything's under control, don't worry about wearing masks, I mean, these are people, many of them are older people,
What's
Mr.
your
President.
definition of control? Yeah. Under the
It's giving them a false sense of
right
security.
now, I think it's under control. I'll tell you what.
How? 1,000 Americans are dying a day.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. But that doesn't mean we aren't doing everything we can. It's under control as much as you can control it. This is a horrible plague that beset us.
You really think this is as much as we can control?
Well,
1,000
I'll
deaths
tell you,
a day?
I'd like to know if somebody, first of all, we have done a great job. We've gotten the governors everything they needed. They didn't do their job. Many of them didn't, and some of them did. Someday we'll sit down. We'll talk about the successful ones,
Yes.
the good ones. Look at that smile. The good ones and the bad. We had good and bad, and we had a lot in the middle. But we had some incredible governors. I could tell you right now who the great ones are and who the not so great ones are. But the governors do it. We gave them massive amounts of material.
Mr. President, you changed your message this week in terms of you cancelled the Jacksonville Convention. You said wear a mask. You're saying, that it's going to get worse before it gets better. It's not something you like to say. I know you said that. The
By
big
way,
question...
Not get worse like the original flow. You understand that. But
Well, I
it
hope
will
not.
get
It's
worse.
1,000.
Now, if you look, Arizona's going down.
If I could just finish my question.
Texas is going down, and Florida's going down.
The question is, are you going to, even some of your own aides wonder whether you would stick to that message until election day, whether in a week or two you won't say, right, we've got to reopen again, we can't do this stuff anymore, that you'll get bored of talking about the virus and go back to that sort of cheerleading?
I never get bored. I never get bored of talking about this. It's too big a thing. And again,
so will you stick to that message?
It could have been stopped by China. It should have been stopped by China, and it wasn't.
But now it's here.
We
and
have
you're the
it
president.
here. And I think I'm
You're the
very
leader.
consistent. No, this is a very serious thing. Do you think we have 140,000 people at this moment?
More
This is
than
a
that.
very, very serious situation. And what you have to do is handle it the best it can be handled. And again, I'm working with the governors. I got them tremendous amounts of equipment that they would have never gotten. Jonathan, they wouldn't have equipment now if I didn't get it.
When can you commit, by what date, that every American will have access to the same day testing that you get here in the White House?
Well, we have great testing. We're doing, and
By
many
what
other
date?
people do. Let me explain the testing. We have tested more people than any other country, than all of Europe put together times 2. We have tested more people than anybody ever thought of. India has 1.4 billion people. They've done 11 million tests. We've done 55, it'll be close to 60 million tests. And, there are those that say, you can test too much. You do know that.
Who says that?
Oh, just read the manuals, read the books.
Manuals?
Read the books.
Who says that?
Read the books.
Read the
What
books.
books?
What testing does
Who- no, I'm
is
sorry,
it shows, wait a minute,
who
John,
said-
let me explain. What testing does, it shows cases. It shows where there may be cases. Other countries test, you know when they test? They test when somebody's sick. That's when they test.
Wait. Dude, this is okay, hold on. We're backing up for this. This is fucking good. Oh my God. This is our fucking president, you guys. That's happening. Oh my God. Hold on. We gotta go back. That's so funny. Who said that? Well, read the books.
I didn't get it.
When can you commit, by what date, that every American will have access to the same day testing that you get here in the White House?
Well, we have great testing. We're doing, and
By
many
what
other
date?
people do. Let me explain. The testing. We have tested more people than any other country, than all of Europe put together times 2.
Here it comes.
We have tested more
Here it
people
comes.
than anybody ever thought of. India has 1.4 billion people. They've done 11 million tests. We've done 55. It'll be close to 60 million
to see it.
tests. And, you know, there are those that say, you can test too much. You do know that.
Who says that?
Oh, just read the manuals.
Read the manuals. Okay, are they saying it or did they write it? Read the manuals. This is our president, you guys.
Read the books.
Manuals?
Read the
What
books.
manuals?
Read the books.
Oh, I'm sorry. You guys didn't read your coronavirus manual? We'll go ahead and send you another one. You see, we're putting cover letters on all of our TPS reports so we know that COVID is actually SARS-2. We're going to go ahead and get you another copy of that TPS report. Have a good day.
What books?
What testing does
no, I'm
is it
sorry.
shows, wait a minute,
Who
John.
said-
Look at him. No, wait. What? And he's just like, he's already on. Look at his eyes are closed. His hands are out. He's already on to the next fucking subject.
Let me explain. What testing does, it shows cases. It shows where there may be cases. Other countries test, you know when they test? They test when somebody's sick. That's when they test. And I'm not saying they're right or wrong. Nobody's done it like we've done it. We've gotten absolutely no credit for it. But we've come up with so many different tests. The only thing that we have now is some people have to wait longer than we'd like them to.
It's a big problem.
We want point to point. We want to have a 5-minute to a 15-minute
Right.
test.
When do you
we
think
have, and like many others,
every
and from what
American-
I understand, we're close to 50% where it's point-to-point test. We are making thousands of instruments, thousands of tests right now, tens of thousands that can be distributed to various parts of the country. But you have to understand, and we've even sent some of them to other countries where they had a big problem. Jonathan, almost 50%, in fact, I think the number might be over, is immediate testing. The other's tough. You take a test, you have to send it to a laboratory. Let's say that takes a day. Let's say
Right.
it's a day.
It's difficult.
You know, so it's 3 or 4 or
understand.
5 days. There's nothing you do about that.
But when do you think we'll have it for
I
everyone?
think that you
What
will
day?
have that relatively soon. I mean, again,
What does that mean?
you already have half.
Yeah.
I would much rather get back to you because I don't
Okay.
want to have you
That's
write
fine.
in 1 month.
That's
I
fine.
didn't make it. I missed it by
Yeah,
a
yeah,
day.
I
And
get
it's a headline.
Mr. President, I want to talk
Look at the way he rolls his eyes. Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
about the federal intervention.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
one thing I would say about
Yeah.
testing. Because we test so much, we show cases. So we show many, many cases. We show tremendous number of, I know you're smiling when I say that,
No,
but
but
I'm
come on,
telling
I
you.
mean, I've heard you say this,
Other
but-
countries don't test like we do,
you know-
so they don't show cases.
Just a couple of points on that. I wasn't going to continue on the testing, but you said it. So we're testing so much because it's spread so far in America.
We're
And
testing
when you
so much because we had the ability to test.
Okay,
Because we came up with
but
tests.
South Korea-
Jonathan, we didn't even have a test. When I took over, we didn't even have a test. Now, in all fairness.
Why would you
there
have a test?
Why would you have a test for a disease that doesn't exist yet? I feel like this guy's about to ask him the same thing, but that's fucking lunacy, man.
There's no test.
The virus
for
didn't
this.
exist. How would you have a
Excuse me, I was
test?
Well, that's right. The violence didn't exist. The virus didn't exist, Jonathan. That's right. And that means you can come on down to the Mermaid all weekend long.
Excuse me, bitch!
With me and the Dweezil. And yeah, fucking goddamn it, this is great. Bombers, fuck you. But also, this is fucking great. Bedlam, fucking
there
bedlam.
was no test for this new. We didn't have a test because there was no test.
Course.
In a very short order, we got one test, we got another test.
It was broken, the first
Many
one.
of those tests are now obsolete because we've, you know, it's called science, and all of a sudden something's better.
You know, it's called science. I sent you something this morning, Corey Clips. Clip from a movie. It mentions coronavirus. Okay, where did you send it, Cindy? I'll look.
But because we tested so many people, 55, 60 million people very soon, we get cases. You test, some kid has even just a little runny nose, it's a case. And then you report many cases. So we look like we have more cases than massive countries like China, which, by the way, doesn't report, as you know.
Well, I don't put any stock in China's figures.
The point is, because we are so much better at testing than any other country in the world, we show more cases.
The figure I look at is death. And death is going up now. And it's 1,000 a day.
If you look at death...
Yeah, it's going up again. Daily death.
Take a look at some of these charts.
I'd love to.
We're going to look.
Let's look.
And if you look at death...
Yeah. It started to go up again.
One. Well, right here, the United States is lowest in numerous categories. We're lower than the world.
Lower than the world?
Lower than
what is that?
Europe.
In what?
Look.
In what?
Take a look. Right here. Here's case death.
Oh, you're doing death as a proportion of cases. I'm talking about death as a proportion of population. That's where the US is really bad.
Oh, it's funny as shit. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, Sandy. I don't know if I'll get around to it yet, but here, I'm trying to watch it. This is fucking crazy. Look at the graphs that he has. SARS-CoV-2. Electric Boogaloo. God, that is fucking depressing, isn't it? This is our president, you guys.
Well,
much worse than South Korea, Germany, etc.
You can't do that. You have
Why
to go.
can't I do that?
You have to go by.
You can't do that. Why can't I do that? Well, look. I prepared this. Look. I prepared this paperwork, and if you'll notice on the papers, it says that the cases are different here, so you can't give your stats. Look. I bigly know these stats. You have to go by these maps. That's just how it goes.
You have to go by where. Look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. The cases.
Why not as a proportion of population?
When we have somebody, what it says is when you have somebody that has where there's a case.
Oh, okay.
The people that live from those cases.
It's surely a relevant statistic to say if the US has X population and X percentage of death of that population versus South Korea.
No, because you have to go by the cases.
Well, look at South Korea, for example. 51 million population, 300 deaths. It's like, it's crazy compared to
know that.
I do. It's on
you don't know that.
You think they're faking their statistics? South Korea?
I
An
won't
advanced
get into
country?
that because I have a very good relationship with the country. But you don't know that. And they have spikes. Look, here's
Germany
one.
low,
Here's
9,000?
Here's one right here, United States. You take
Anyway.
the number of cases.
Okay.
Now look, we're last, meaning we're first.
Last? I don't know
We
what
have
we're
the
first
best.
in. Is it what?
Take a look.
Okay.
Again, it's
I just-
cases.
What the? Like, does it... Like, what's the over-under this interview ends in, like, that dude buying timeshare from fucking Trump? This is fucking crazy. Yeah, hackers may change the data.
Okay.
And we have cases because
mean,
of the testing.
1,000 Americans are dying a day, but I understand on cases it's different.
No, but you're not reporting it correctly, Jonathan.
I think I am, but...
If you take a look at this other chart, look, this is our testing, I believe. This is the testing, yeah.
Yeah, we do more tests.
No, wait a minute. Well, don't we get credit for that? And because we do more tests, we have more cases. In other words, we test more. We have. Now take a look. The top one. That's a good thing. Now,
Look, Jonathan. You're saying things that are different than me, so you're reporting it wrong. Blame the states. They had control. Yeah. I love this. Yeah, it's kind of, right, Brian? It's kind of fucking crazy. Oh, hey. You know what? You've just joined the ranks, Cream of Jeans. I imbue you with the power of moderator. Trump does make what point has he made in all, like, I get like some of you are pro Trump, but like if you're watching this and thinking he's making a point, I would love to hear that, because this is nonsensical fucking like Seussish shit, man. This is crazy. This is full on fucking bat shit. This must be how SARS is, because we're in the bat shit. That's right. Use your powers wisely. And by that, I mean don't use them. I just, now you got a sword in front of your name. Hugest like it's the huge. Both of them are cherry picking the stats to make the narratives what they want. Yeah, and then they're squabbling over it like morons. Right, no. I know. I go back and forth with Trump. I'm not pro-Trump. I didn't vote for him. But I'm also not as anti-Trump as the people that hate him. I don't hate him. I think the guy's kind of a funny baboon. I wouldn't vote for him. I think it's kind of funny that he's the president. And, I mean, again, he's just kind of a baboon. I think it's a sword, not a rocket ship. Better than Joe. You can't ignore my flow, you bastard. What do you mean? Well, how am I ignoring your flow? What'd you do? Did I miss something? Just remember who went against him. Woof. Yeah, I mean, this is fucking crazy. This is batshit insane. You're not reporting it. Here, Jonathan, here are the numbers that you're not reporting right. Start reporting these. That's fucking crazy. No Trump with that interviewer. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, you don't understand, John. You're interrupting. Take political issues aside and who he's running against. The two options are Trump and Biden. As people, yikes. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm a libertarian, man. Like, I don't really like these guys anyways, so. Creamy Napkin 69. That's a great name, by the way. Okay, would you want Joe or Trump? Because either way, it's a shit show. I'm going to vote probably for Joe Jorgensen. You don't have to vote the two parties, you guys. And that's the thing that, we can get into that later on, or we could do a libertarian episode if you want. Like, we can deep dive politics on it, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Gross username. Creamy Napkin 69. Sounds good. JJ's Blood Alcohol Content says, John Stossel wouldn't take that shit. Yeah, you're right. Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. Yeah. All right, let's jump back into this fucking shit show. This is fucking crazy. Have a sense of humor. Yes, we have a sense of humor. Nobody's mad. Do you think would be like? This is what I fucking hate about you guys, right? You'll be like, oh, here's a joke, ball busting, and then when your balls get busted, you get all fucking fragile. Oh, have a sense of humor. We were literally busting your flaps. Simmer down. Yo. Look at Trump's face. Why does he look like... He looks like younger. Like, do you think he did like some Botox or some kind of weird ass stem cell? Like, look at his face. Doesn't it look younger than it did? Yo. Calm down. Have some dip. Seriously, look at his face. Maybe it's just that much caked on makeup. Oh, he dyed his hair again. That's what it is. Yeah, he just looks... I don't know. He looks younger, like he ate a child or something, and he's getting, like, that witch voodoo. We should debate sometime. Debate what? What would you like to debate? Creamy Napkin 69. I don't usually debate with creamy napkins, but I'm not opposed to it. Anything? That's not that fun. He looks confused and confident at the same time. Yeah, he really does. Does he? Jonathan, you're not looking at that. These are the right ones. Jonathan. Oh, God, these fucking yawns, man. Corey's called adrenochrome. All right. King Kong Dong says, I think I appreciate Trump for not being involved with politics before his presidency because I think we should carpet bomb the entire system and start over. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm not against that. All right, let's go back to this.
Not a bad thing. The top, Jonathan.
If hospital rates were going down and deaths were going down, I'd say terrific. You deserve to be praised for testing, but they're all going up.
You know, they very rarely talk.
60,000 Americans are in hospital.
If you watch the
1,000
news
dying
or
a
read
day.
the papers, they usually talk about new cases, new cases, new cases.
I'm talking about death.
Well, you look at
going
death.
up.
Death is way down from where it was.
It's 1,000 a
Death.
day. It was 2,500. It went down to 500. Now it's going up again.
Excuse me. Where it was is much higher than where it is right now.
It went down and it went up again.
But now it's going down again. It's going down in Arizona. It's going down in Florida.
Nationally,
it's going down in Texas. Take a look at this. These are the tests.
It's going down in Florida?
Yeah, it leveled out and it's going down. That's my report as of yesterday.
Anyway, Mr. President, if I could change subject.
It is going down in Arizona.
Arizona it is. Arizona it is. Texas has big problems.
And it spiked and it's now going down in Florida. It's evened out and going down in Florida.
I'll have to see those figures.
But you have to look at this. This is the number of tests compared to
I don't
the rest
deny
of the
your
world.
figures. You've done more tests by far than the rest of the world. I don't deny that.
Because we've done more tests, we have more cases.
You have
can take
more
it back.
infections.
Check it out.
Mr. President, different subject. It's been widely reported that the US has intelligence indicating that Russia paid bounties or offered to pay bounties to Taliban fighters to kill American soldiers.
Oh, thanks to
you had a
Eugene's
phone
Pool Boy
call
for
with
subscribing.
Vladimir
That's super
Putin
awesome.
on July 23rd. Did you bring up this?
I actually gotta say, I kind of respect this guy. Like, you see Trump getting interviewed and you always think they're like softballs, but this guy's doing the best he can. Well, I got followed by a creamy napkin 69. I don't know if I like that.
No, that was a phone call to discuss other things, and frankly, that's an issue that many people said was fake news.
Who said it was
a
fake news?
I think a lot of people. If you look at some of the wonderful folks from the Bush administration, some of them, not any friends of mine, were saying that it's a fake issue. But a lot of people said it's a fake issue.
There was dispute
We had a
within the intelligence.
call talking about nuclear proliferation, which is a very big subject, where they would like to do something and so would I. We discussed numerous things. We did not discuss that, no.
And you've never discussed it with him?
I have never discussed it with him, no. I would. I'd have no problem with it.
But you don't believe the intelligence.
never
It's because
got
you
to
don't believe the intelligence. That's why.
Everything, it's interesting. Nobody ever brings up China. They always bring Russia, Russia, Russia. If we can do something with Russia in terms of nuclear proliferation, which is a very big problem, bigger problem than global warming, a much bigger problem than global warming in terms of the real world, that would be a great thing. But it never reached my desk. You know why? Because they didn't think it was intelligence. They didn't think it was real.
It was in your written brief, though, apparently.
They didn't think it was worthy of. I wouldn't mind. If it reached my desk, I would have done something about it. It never reached my desk because.
Do you read your written brief?
I do.
Okay, A-bombs. What do you mean, like, so the upper use thing, right? What do you mean he's showing signs? Also, don't you want a president that can party? I know we don't like Trump, but, like, it's fine by me, I guess.
I read a lot.
Really?
You know, I read a lot. They like to say I don't read. I read a lot.
Your daily
I
intelligence
comprehend
brief?
extraordinarily well, probably better than anybody that you've interviewed in a long time. I read a lot. I spend a lot of time at meetings. Usually it's once a day or at least 2 or 3 times a week intelligence.
Because this was
meetings.
apparently
talking
in your
about India,
brief.
talking about with the problems with China, talking about so many different elements of the world.
Mm-hmm.
The world is a very angry place. If you look all over the world, We call up, I see 22 soldiers were killed in India with China fighting over the border. It's been raging for many, many decades. And they've been fighting and back and forth. I have so many briefings on so many different countries, but...
How many briefings are there? He just exhausts you after a while. Like, even if you're a fan of Trump, like, his style of speaking is just exhausting. Like, hey, how are you feeling today? Well, some are saying that the wall is going to keep immigrants out. Well, cool. Nobody said that, you fucking weirdo.
This one didn't reach my desk.
The reason I say this is even if you don't believe this particular piece of intelligence, and there is dispute, no doubt there is dispute in the intelligence community about it, your former, John Nicholson, former head of forces in Afghanistan, said, and this is when he was working for you, that Russia is supplying weapons to the Taliban. Isn't that enough to challenge Putin over the killings of US soldiers?
We supplied weapons when they were fighting Russia too. You know, when they were fighting with the Taliban in Afghanistan.
It's a different era.
Well, it's a different. I'm just saying, yes.
But does that? How does that affect?
I'm just saying we did that too.
But how does that?
I don't know. I didn't ask Nicholson about that. He was there for a long time. Didn't have great success because he was there before me, and then ultimately I made a change.
But you surely heard that, right? I mean, it's well known in the intelligence community that they're arming the Taliban, Russia.
I don't know. When you say arming, is
supplying
the Taliban
weapons?
Paying, or they?
Russia is supplying weapons and money to the Taliban.
I have heard that, but it's never it's never reached my desk.
I mean, he said it on the record when he was in.
Hey, Russia doesn't want anything to do with Afghanistan. Let me just tell you about Russia. Russia used to be a thing called the Soviet Union. Because of Afghanistan, they went bankrupt. They became Russia, just so you do understand, okay? The last thing that Russia wants to do is get too much involved with Afghanistan. They tried that once. It didn't work out too well.
Last question on this subject.
And by the way, we're largely out of Afghanistan, as you probably know.
Whoa, there we go. My mic was off. How close is he to saying, I reclaim my time? Like that, is that the British version of I reclaim my time? Yeah, who knows, man? This guy's fucking wackadoo.
Say about Russia. Russia used to be a thing called the Soviet Union. Because of Afghanistan, they went bankrupt. They became Russia, just so you do understand, okay? The last thing that Russia wants to do is get too much involved with Afghanistan. They tried that once. It didn't work out too well.
Last question on this subject.
And by the way, we're largely out.
Yeah, is he Australian? Or are Australians Brits? Get fucked, cream of jeans. Should take away your mod for that. This interview has said Russianer and Arizoner. Like, I think he's at some kind of bonanza. Close enough, yeah. Yeah, Aussies are Brits, basically.
Out of Afghanistan, as you probably know.
Well, wanted to ask you about that. The U.S. troop level in Afghanistan right now is roughly the same as it was when
No, you're wrong. No.
Mr. President, I'm sorry. We have to do...
Okay, are you ready?
No,
Wow. That's... So just like, you're wrong, and then no proof. Take his powers away. Are they about to fuck? Man, they're making eye contact like they about to fuck. Look at all that. Look at all that sexual tension between the two of them sitting there, wasting away. I'm aggressively bored at work today. That sucks, man. At least you got this though. You got some radio shows and fucking podcasts, and you can you'll make it through. I believe in you. Wait, what? Just look at them. Look at how enthralled they are. Yeah, this is gonna get good. I can tell. Hold on, let me get some lotion.
Down in a very short. It's already planned.
Well, that's a different question.
Explain. We'll be down in a very short period of time to 8,000. Then we're going to be down to 4,000. We're negotiating right now. We've been there for 19 years.
No, I know.
19 years.
But if you just let me finish my question.
We'll be getting out.
I understand. Look, when you came in, it was 8,800. You boosted to 14,000, and now you're back down to 8,500.
We're now.
My question to you.
We'll be at 4,000. I'll give you the exact. Very soon. Very soon.
What will be the number? Very soon? 4,000?
Very soon, yeah.
Like how soon?
I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you.
It's big news.
What is that?
It's going down to 4,000, isn't it?
No, I've always said.
Well, what about Election Day?
We will get largely out.
On Election Day, how many American troops will be in Afghanistan?
Probably anywhere.
Look at, see, this is what I like. I actually like this guy because he keeps asking him questions and like popping him down. GOP, show proof. Get shown proof. GOP, fake news. You got to get away from this idea that Trump's the GOP, man. He's not. Trump is more of a Democrat that, like, Trump has been a Democrat for more of his life than he's been a Republican. He's a rich Democrat. This is how similar these two sides are, A-Bomb. Like, that's the thing you have to remember. This is just like fucking newscaster versus Trump. This isn't a GOP thing. I don't want to tell you that. Damn. Are they gonna fist fight, or is this like a porn scene with no money shot? Yeah, I don't know. It's probably no money shot for sure.
From 4,000 to 5,000.
That's almost as many as when you came into office.
No, it's not.
8,000.
We had much more. We had a lot of people over there too.
8,800.
No, it's not. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. No, it's not. Nuh-uh. Nah. Nuh-uh.
You are fake news.
He's the most unboring president ever. He is not boring. I will give you that. There's a lot of things you can say about Donald Trump, and I encourage all of them, but he isn't boring.
People. And we did a good job. We wiped out ISIS.
Have you thought about going down to zero?
Let me just tell you what you don't say. We took out in Syria, we took out ISIS. We 100% of the caliphate. When I took over Obama, it was totally rampant. ISIS was all over the place. We took them out, we captured them, we killed them. 100%, not 99%. Right. I wanted to get out at 99. Right. Everyone said, oh, please, would you stay? I stayed. 99% was good, but 100% of the caliphate. We took out Soleimani. We took out al-Baghdadi. We took out people that nobody thought possible. Al-Baghdadi was the biggest terrorist of them all. They couldn't find him. I took him out. Soleimani, even bigger. I took him out. I've done things that no other president's done. None, I mean, fortunately, not too many. They should have never been in the Middle East. The decision to go to the Middle East and get into the Middle East was the single biggest mistake made in the history of our country. That's my opinion.
You told Fox.
See, some people would say it's slaves or the Trail of Tears, but I'm just weird. Wait, which one was the biggest terrorist then? Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy, right? They're both the biggest terrorists, bro. Thanks for ruining this and my life. Hey, Bombs, this is on you.
Fox News recently that you couldn't say whether you'd accept the results of the 2020 election. What does that actually look like as the sitting president? I mean, it's unprecedented. What would that actually look
Hillary
like?
Clinton never accepted him.
She conceded on him. She conceded on him.
She still doesn't accept him, and she got
that's an important
very
point.
easily.
That's an important point. She conceded on election night. Now, she grumbled about it and said all sorts of things.
Grumbled? She wrote books
fine.
about it.
She wrote books.
Don't use the word grumbled.
Fine. But
she wrote books about it.
That's fine, but I'm
and
just...
she got beaten easily.
I get it. I get it.
306 to 223.
I'm not...
What the fuck just happened? Like, what the fuck just happened?
Disputing you beat Hillary Clinton.
That's a lot.
Listen, what I'm asking is you'll be the sitting president in the White House. What does that look like? Not accepting.
I'll tell you what it looks like.
Are you litigating?
Let me tell you what it looks like.
Okay.
So we have a new phenomena. It's called mail-in voting, where you send where a governor.
It's been here since the Civil War.
In terms of the kind of millions and millions of ballots, they've never.
It'll be bigger this year because of the pandemic.
Bigger, not bigger, massively bigger.
Yeah, because of the
pandemic.
pandemic.
So they're going to send tens of millions of ballots to California, all over the place. Who's going to get them? I have a friend lives in Westchester County.
They send applications, not that.
His son passed away. He had a beautiful, wonderful son, young man, passed away 7 years ago. He called me. He said, "I just got a ballot."
Probably an
for my
application.
son Robert. He died 7 years ago. Somebody got a ballot for a dog. Somebody got a ballot for something else. You got millions of ballots going. Nobody even knows where they're going. You look at some of the corruption having to do with universal mail-in voting. Absentee voting is okay. You have to apply. You have to go through a process.
You have to apply for mail-in.
Absentee
It's the
voting
same
is
thing.
good. Look,
Okay, let's do concrete. Let's do concrete.
Jonathan, they're sending out
applications.
governors,
Download them.
millions of ballots.
So I don't know. I don't think mail-in voters are huge, like scam-wise, just because of how many you have to collect, right? Like the actual techniques of it. Like think of how many mailboxes you would have to go to and steal a mail-in vote to actually affect that. You know what I mean? That's interesting to think about, my opinion. Man, this is dirty. He doesn't usually, usually he would have walked away from an interview by now.
No, they're not. It's applications. You can get them
There
off the
is
internet.
no way you can go through a mail-in vote without massive cheating.
I honestly don't understand this topic with
Go
you.
ahead.
The Republican Party has an extremely well-funded vote-by-mail program. Your campaign puts out emails telling people to vote by mail.
Correct.
Your daughter-in-law, Lara Trump, she did robocalls in California saying it's safe and secure, mail-in voting.
Let me tell you.
The Republican
we have
won.
no choice.
That was an all-mail-in race.
Let me tell you. You ready?
Yeah.
We have no choice because right now we have many court cases that we're waiting. We have one filed in Western Pennsylvania. We have many court cases where we're trying to end it. We went through World War I, you went to the polls, you voted. We went through World War II, you went to the polls, you voted.
You've had mail-in voting.
You went to the polls, you voted. You went to the polls, you voted. Yeah, but there wasn't a pandemic during any of those. That's just real weird. No diggity. Do you trust the U.S. mail to get there every time? I trust the U.S. mail more than I trust voting boxes. You should too, diggity. You're a fucking computer tech. You hack one voter box, that's thousands, 20 to 50,000 votes. How many fucking U.S. parcels would you have to intercept to do that? I just don't, I believe it's fine. My dad voted Democratic last election. He would have never done that when he was alive. But that's why it's easily fudgegate. That's pretty funny. Mail out hundreds of millions. Mail out. Yeah, mail them out. I'm in. Yeah, I mean, that could be. Well, I can agree with that. And Trump was on our side of that, but now he flip-flop.
Now, because of the China virus, we're supposed to stay home, send millions of ballots all over the country, millions and millions. You know, you could have a case where this election won't be decided on the evening of November 3rd.
Absolutely.
This election could be
wrong with that?
decided 2 months later.
It won't be 2 months, but what's wrong with the proper mailing
It could
count?
be decided many months later.
Have you discussed
You know
with-
why? Because lots of things will happen during that period of time, especially when you have tight margins. Lots of things can happen. There's never been anything like this when you try. Now, of course, right now we have to live with it, but we're challenging it in many courts.
You're
as
going to
you know,
litigate.
all over the country.
Mr. President, the other day a reporter asked you about Ghislaine Maxwell. You said, quote, "I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, but I wish her well, whatever it is." Mr. President, Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested on allegations of child sex trafficking. Why would you wish such a
Well, first
person
of all,
well?
I don't know that, but I do know that
She has. She's been arrested for that. You know
her
that.
friend or boyfriend
Epstein
was either killed or committed suicide in jail. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck. Let them prove somebody was guilty. I mean, do you know that
Oh,
she's
so you're
guilty?
saying you hope she doesn't die in jail? Is that what you mean by wish her well?
Her boyfriend died in jail, and people are still trying to figure out how did it happen.
He got killed. That's how it happened. All right, let's get caught up. I'm against mail-in voting because there's a reason for it. It'll be manipulated at the ballot counting box, not stolen from the people's mailbox. Get real. Well, yeah, but again, how hard is it to manipulate all of those ballots? You have people watched and surveyed. Like, this idea that you guys think that computers are way safer, they're not. And like Diggity knows, like Brian's a computer guy too. Computers are super easy to hack. And like the idea that you can just fucking roll, it's crazy, you know? Can I send what to Discord? You notice Trump and Aaron sound the same when they believe they're right? Yeah, they do. And they flip-flop the same too. Skeleghost. Oh shit, we got a Skeleghost up in here. Welcome. What's my name? Imagine if we all sent in a mail-in vote and then went to the polls and tried to vote. If they stop you from voting, then they know you already voted. If they don't stop you from voting, they know there's fraud involved. That's not how it works, Sandy. If your name's on twice, they just negate one of them. How hard is it to shut down an entire economy, though, too, Corey? Well, yeah, it's already shut down. We already know that's pretty easy, apparently. It's easier for them to change votes. It's incredibly naive to... No, it's incredibly naive for you to think that one computer box is hard to change. That's way easier than monitoring people counting votes. That's naive. Again, it's all about, like, the fucking thing. Optical scanning ballots tally for reporting, but having paper ballots still to audit are the way to do it. Yeah, mail-in ballots. Well, if you had mail-in ballots that had to be optically scanned, that's the way to go, I think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like, check it out. I don't know that there's a right answer here, guys. I'm just saying there's this weird thing Republicans are doing where they're planting the seed of fear in mail-in ballots, and it's just, that's not something to be afraid of. The amount you would have to hack, even if you had somebody, let's say you're paying off people to tally them up counting, the amount of, like, fake voting they could do in that time frame is so little. Let's say you had, like, what? At a voting precinct, there's 6 people? How many people? 5? How many ballots can you change in an hour? If somebody hacks that ballot box, they're getting 50 to 60,000 immediately. Like, it's just crazy to me that, like, and I'm not saying that, like, we should do it. I'm not saying this and that. I'm saying that, like, mail-in votes actually probably are harder to fuck with on a grand number. But I'm fine with the way the system is now. Whatever. Minnesota seems to get it right. We don't have a lot of voter fraud that we know about. That doesn't mean we're the rest of the nation.
Happened? Was it suicide? Was he killed? And I do wish her well. I'm not looking for anything bad for her. I'm not looking bad for anybody. And they took that and
she's a child alleged child sex trafficker.
Big deal. But all it is her boyfriend died. He died in jail. Was he killed? Was it suicide? I do. I wish her well.
Let's move to Portland. I'm sure you've seen the disturbing footage of people in fatigues beating the Navy veteran.
No.
Well,
here you go.
It's there.
The fake news.
It's not fake news. It's on video.
For
pepper spraying
59
him.
days, these people were anarchists and agitators and some protesters, but these were anarchists.
Okay.
These people were beating the hell out of the city. They were beating up our federal buildings and our federal courthouse. We told the police to stop it. You make sure. And the police wouldn't do it. Not the police.
Your own Justice Department and Homeland Security Inspector Generals.
Excuse me.
Your Inspector Generals are investigating unconstitutional.
You're trying now to blame law enforcement instead of anarchists.
Ooh, this is about to get spicy.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'm
Instead
not.
of Antifa.
I'm not.
It's Antifa and anarchists that are causing the problems, not law enforcement. Our law enforcement, if we didn't have people at our courthouse, and they're strong, tough people, and they don't want, they try and be very good, believe me. But if we didn't have people there, you would have your federal courthouse, $600 million building. You would have that thing burned to the ground.
I'm asking you about tactics and about the unmarked vans where they're rounding people up. And I want to.
Let me tell you
Can I
about
just finish my
unmarked.
question?
Well, let me tell you about
Could I just
unmarked.
finish my question because it relates to this? I promise. This is from Rand Paul. Quote, "We cannot give up liberty for security. Local law enforcement can and should be handling these situations in our cities, but there is no place for federal troops or unidentified federal agents rounding people up at will." What is your response to Senator Paul?
First of all, these are Homeland Security people. They're securing a courthouse.
They're Border Patrol.
They're Homeland Security.
Elite units.
Border. Hopefully they have
Camo,
ice in there. Hopefully
gas
they have
masks.
ice. Now, do you know why they're unmarked? Because
Why?
these terrorists, these Antifa people, these people that are anarchists and agitators, when they see the name on a uniform of a person, a policeman or a law enforcement person, they find out where that person lives. And then they go and they scare the hell out of the person's family. And so they do it for that reason. It's just common sense. There's nothing secret about this. And you know it. You see it, what's going on right now. We have Chad Wolf. They have people. He's doing a fantastic job. He's the acting head. He's doing a fantastic job. Chad Wolf has pickets out, very dangerous-looking people outside of his house. He's going to be just fine. He's tough and he's got people. But if you have the names on all of these uniforms...
Holy shit. Hold on. We'll go back to this. I just got sent something that I have to cut to right now. Give me a second. Mikey, I see your link. Give me 1 sec, buddy. There's a huge explosion in Beirut. This just happened. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's here's some pictures. This is crazy. Well, that's nice. That's Beirut, Lebanon. Footage on social media showed a huge blast Tuesday evening.
For you, with what you need to know.
No, that's just bullshit. See if we can get it. Nope. I hate when they do this shit. They say like a video is something, but it's not. Let me see if we can find the actual explosion here. This is crazy. Oh, here we go. There's an Instagram here.
What?
Holy shit.
What? What? Swag, bro! What? 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 Swag, bro!
Swag, bro!
What? What? What?
That is not fireworks. That is fucking crazy is what that is. Oof. All right. Let's go back. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, right? Yeah, if you look up Beirut, it's like the first thing that comes up. Yeah. Hold on. We're going to try and find...
Let's show you the latest pictures.
Yeah, so here's the pictures on the ground of this. This just happened.
Let's show you the latest pictures from Beirut this afternoon. The latest chapter, it seems, latest installment in that country's recent story of misery. According to some sources, not just one explosion, but two in the port area of the city. And some of the pictures that you can see on elsewhere online show the most extraordinary explosion, spewing a huge mushroom cloud into the air and scattering debris over a very substantial area as well. One reportedly in the port. You can see presumably some extent of the scale of this explosion that's tossed cars some distance and overturned them.
Look at that.
Presumably
Look at
that's
those
as a
fucking
consequence
cars.
of what's happened. There's no clue at this stage, this very early stage, whether, given that this happened in the port area, whether it was, these are live pictures you're looking at now, whether this was an industrial explosion, always a possibility until confirmed otherwise, or an act of terror and a deliberate attempt to kill and maim. It has been pointed out that this week is the week in which an international tribunal returns a verdict into the killing of the former Prime Minister, Rafiq Hariri, with Hezbollah agents thought to be in the frame. No confirmation yet as to whether there were two explosions, but as those pictures testified, terrifying effect really. Huge explosion in the port city. Our producer Zain Jafar, who's in the city for a little bit longer, telling us that
Fuck. The concussion. Look at that. That is fucking crazy. Watch this get concussed. Damn, that was crazy. Like, you can see them get concussed by the blast field. See if we can see any cars. Woo! Should have started running before that, baby. Jesus Christ, look at that thing. Fuck.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Holy fuck, dude. These fucking concussions. Dude. What the fuck?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. That white building's the one that, like, flipped up. Huh? This one, though. Watch that fucking spiral. Let's see if we can pause it. We're gonna try and pause it. So it looks like something happened over here, and then the building next to it was the industrial. So there must have been some kind of shit right there. So, because, like, watch how this is about to go up. See how the fire's just kind of drifting over there? Oh, maybe it didn't come from there. That's so much. Look at how high that fucking explosion is. It does look like a mushroom cloud, right? Like right before the wind covers it up. Fuck. God, that's intense. Well, that happened, huh?
Let's show you the latest pictures from...
See if we can get... God, that's fucking nuts.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That's fucking bananas. All right. Whew, that's crazy. Well, that just happened. We will have that. We'll be in the Discord chat. Remember, there we go. If you go over to the Discord, like that, it'll be in Show Talk and all that. Okay, let's get back over to Trump, right? Speaking of giant damaging wind. Mikey sent me a deceased cat gets voter registration application in the mail. I mean, that's fine. I'm not... First off, that's Atlanta. Second off, like, they have voter fraud with electronic stuff. Like, the idea that it's fucking whatever. A cat was mailed a mail-in ballot. Yeah, it's going to be totally legit. No, it's not. Like, that cat didn't vote, though, right? And what happens is it gets cross-referenced. Like... Your cat can still be registered to vote. There's tons of cats and dogs that are probably registered to vote at the voter precinct. Rusty Grammar says, not sure if anyone's mentioned it, but Democrats are more likely to mail in votes due to less access to transportation, etc. It's odd because Dems have been the poor forever. Right. It's definitely political. It's all fucking political. That's the thing that sucks. Skelligos says, why does it keep freezing but the voice is fine? I don't know. Would love to have your Twitch Prime. Classic preamble, yep. Mark helicopters hovering. What? Basically, here's the deal. Mail-in voting is just an attempt for the Dems to get more votes. Yes. Whether it would actually work or not is anybody's guess. Right. The idea that it's safer either way is the weird argument to me, because both ways are super easy to hack. But the way we do it right now, you could hack one voter box and literally alter thousands and thousands of votes. They found it. It happens in Florida all the fucking time. And if they did more mail-ins, that shit wouldn't happen. The current Dem establishment represents the same old bullshit they've had for years. Yeah, agreed. Sinister Mind. That's what you get. Text, emails, calls, mail, etc. Signing up, right. And Trump is something new politically. Right, because he's not molded to that. No Diggity said the source of the explosion was initially believed to be a major fire at a warehouse for fireworks. Oh, so those were firecrackers in Beirut. That's crazy. All right. Luckily, COVID forced me to cancel my summer vacation to Lebanon this year. Yeah, that's good. Leads me to believe fireworks were being used to cover up smuggling for other materials. Yeah, that last bang does not look like fireworks. Lane, if you're allowed the Democratic Party to take over the country in 2020, same problems they have going on, only persist and get worse if we allow it to run. Yeah, I mean, it's not, neither one is a good option at this point. That's the problem. Look big. Yeah, those sounded big. And then it's just all of us going, holy fuck, to the Lebanon shit. How do you just happen to be recording as something like this happens? I don't know. Oh, you mean those people? Well, the one people were at a dinner, it looked like. So they're just like, they're on vacation. They're just getting selfies. And then all of a sudden you see a fire and you're like, shit. And that other, looked like that one building had been burning for a while. So they're probably filming that. It did look like a hydrogen bomb, Mikey Two Mucks. Lane, you know what pop song I'm into lately? Super Lonely. I don't think I've heard that one. Imagine if you live somewhere like that and it's not a surprise. Right. Yeah, that's the crazy part. It's like in Lebanon, they're just like, well, I guess it's business as usual. It's the grand finale right there for the fireworks, yeah. And the rockets are glare. This is in America. How can they not even confirm there were two? Yeah, it's right there, right? Fucking media, am I right? Jackals. Wow, the building just crumbled crazy. Yep, and that's just all of us reacting to the holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. All right, going down, 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 down. This chat reads like an alt-right rally cry. I mean, yeah, I guess at times. Let's go back to fucking weirdo fucking going at it. This is more, A-bomb. It more reads like St. Cloud.
You'll have these maniacs in front of their houses scaring their family and their wives and or husbands, whatever it may be. I think it's a very good reason not to have your name. Why should you have identification? My name is Bill Smith, and here's where I live, and I'm a member of...
The really serious concern is
No,
the
that's
reports...
a,
No, not
that's
about
a
that.
serious
The serious concern is the reports of people being rounded up and not being told why they're being detained. That's what's being investigated
Why?
by... Mr. President, the inspectors generals... The inspectors generals...
You know why? You know why they're being detained? Well, yeah.
There's an investigation. Do you support that investigation?
Well, I haven't seen the result yet.
But do you support the initiative of...
I haven't seen the results. So, obviously, I can't support justice. That's real weird. Real weird. The Lebanon situation streamed live by the Sun. Yeah, we watched that, right? Yeah, that's what we were watching initially. That's going on right now. And actually, we'll copy that over and put that over into the Discord Show Talk page. Boom. So crazy.
Of it?
No, I think that actually
You don't.
I think Antifa should be investigated, not the law enforcement. They're investigating.
They shouldn't be investigating.
Have you been watching television?
I have.
Have you been seeing the violence?
Have you been watching television? You know some people were vaporized. Yeah, they absolutely were.
Sure.
Now, if you watch NBC News, like I watch NBC fake news, I'm watching it, Lester Holt.
Tom doesn't miss you, Ellie. Get over it.
Real beauty. And I'm watching this NBC News sham, and you have a mayor named Wheeler. And he's standing out there, and he's being accosted by the people. You know that. I mean, it's horrible what they're doing to him. Portland.
Bob
Mayor of
accosted
Portland.
us?
And he thought he'd go out, he'd be what they were doing and saying and everything else to him, I happened to watch it on a different station. He had to get out. He had 5 security guards. He got out with his life. Okay.
Mr. President.
If you watch NBC News, they make him like he's standing there bravely fighting with the people. in a positive sense, that everything is wonderful. No. He went out there. He's lucky he got away with his life because they would have killed him. He had 5 guards, but NBC News showed it like he's standing with the people for justice. Look, those people, take a look at what they've done to the courthouse. Take a look at what they've done to the streets. Take a look at the violence.
It's getting worse since they've gone in.
No, actually, it's getting better. We had we've arrested a lot of people, and we now have a 10-year rule. You try and knock down our courthouse.
More businesses damaged, more violence.
You touch our courthouse, you go to jail for 10 years.
Turning to the rest of the country.
Wait, what? So, anything against a courthouse and it's 10 years now? Woo. Yeah, there's a lot of light, spicy fascism going on with Trump that people don't seem to care about. Because they just love to trigger the libs. Ugh. This is the state of our government, you guys. Like, no lie. Like, the left is more fascist than the right, and the right has actual Nazis. Just swizzle that around. That's what we're dealing with. The only thing Trump really has going for him is that he's not connected to the other two. Look at the body language in this picture, though. This is great. Ugh.
We haven't seen protests like this since the 60s. I mean, we're seeing...
These are Democrat-run
well, just if I can finish my question.
Cities.
If I can finish my question.
And they're doing it for political reasons.
You said you've done so much for African Americans.
I have.
But there are Americans...
Justice
I understand.
reform, opportunity.
But let me finish. There are Americans out in the streets asking for change. Mr. President, have you ever met with a Black Lives Matter activist to hear them out, hear their arguments?
Well, Black Lives Matter started off, to me, very badly because...
So... No, I don't. State that you believe in the charity nullification. Done. Dismissed. Just plead down. Trigger the libs. I like to finger the lips. That's weird. It's the best way out of jury duty. Ask for okay, me asking for me. What? I don't even get that one, crack babies. Shit, I'm a Nazi? Meh. Aaron used me as captain to excuse execration. Yeah. Yeah, you played right into his fucking hand. I'm not saying that everybody on the right is Nazis. I'm saying that Nazis are right. I don't know of any liberal Nazis. I know people that act like they're Nazis and they're on the right. But I still think the left is more fascist than the right. That was my point. I'm not calling anybody on the right a Nazi. I'm saying there are Nazis in the right. Sandy. I don't think we want to trigger the libs. We want them to finally realize that they're the ones destroying the country. I think both sides are destroying the country, and we all need to understand that. It's fucking garbage.
Did you ever meet with one?
Pigs in a blanket, burn them like bacon. That was the first time I ever heard of blanket. That was 3-4 years ago.
Wait. So the first thing you heard about them was them chanting as they protested? Good job, guy. Good job.
Pigs, meaning policemen. Pigs is what they're referring to, in a blanket, fry them like bacon. I thought it was, so I got off to a bad start. I got off to a very bad start.
Would you meet with a Black Lives Matter activist?
I would, but I think right now when they paint,
why haven't you?
When they paint the sign, nobody's asked for a meeting. Nobody's ever asked me for a meeting. Let me tell you, with African Americans, I'm doing very well. They had the best employment numbers they've ever had. They had the best job numbers they've ever had. They were making more money than they ever made. We were all set until we got hit by China with the virus. Jonathan, we were becoming a very unified country.
Do you believe
because of success?
I understand. Do you believe, though, Mr. President, that many police...
All right, let's go up here. Whoops. Bloop. Okay, let's see here. He's reacting to chaos and nonsense. Well, he is chaos and nonsense, so you can't say that, Lane. Trump just wants America to whoop ass and make money. I mean, yeah, he's a business guy. Dignity. I like how No Diggity wrote sarcasm. I'm only part-time Nazi. I don't get enough hours to qualify for benefits. Okay. What's a VOS? Yeah, we already read that. Oh, asking for a friend, but you didn't get a joke. No, I got the joke. You just typed it out. Because look up. You just put asking for a fur. Oh, I got you. You're fine. Skeleghost. It's with you, dog. Both sides are ass. Yeah, no, it's absolutely what it is. And that's the shitty part about it. Nothing changes till we all acknowledge that. Liberalism sucks says BLM is a Marxist hate group and some of their actions are domestic terrorism. I don't know. Are they Marxist? No. I mean, like, if you're arguing that they're like socialist, they'd be more Stalinist if that's what you're trying to imply, but they're not a hate group. The problem with BLM is that they were just a very disorganized organization. They put more process on their message getting out than how that comes across getting it out. Like, I think when you're chain linking like highways and stuff, you actually galvanize people against you. And there's a very fine line in the modern era between raising awareness and creating enemies. And I think sometimes BLM doesn't understand that. I also think that they've gotten much better at concisely saying what they want and having goals and a purpose. My back is killing me. I'm going to stand up. Time to stand up. You know what that means? Y'all get to watch the green screen fade out of the way. Oh, man. See? That's what I need right there. Daddy likey. There we go. That'll work. Okay. All right. There we go. Yeah, baby. Oh, my God. There we go. Yeah, so, I'll adjust this just a little bit. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we didn't even go up a little bit more. There we go. Perf. Okay. So, yeah, I honestly believe with Black Lives Matter that the intention is there. I mean, like, the movement isn't about, like, I think people get caught up in the actual acronym more than the message. Like, black people aren't getting killed by cops. And I don't believe that George Floyd would have died that way if he's a white man. I just don't. I don't believe they would kill him in the streets and pin him down like that. And I don't think those cops are getting convicted either. I don't believe that. And it's the problem with our society is that we're galvanizing each other. I mean, look at even in our chat room right now. We can't even have a Trump video watch without somebody trying to like rodeo it around like, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Both sides are very, very similar. It's all based on horseshoe theory. Maybe we'll do an episode on horseshoe theory so that people can see what I'm talking about. But the whole idea of horseshoe theory is that political alignment is this horseshoe. So the closer you get to the extremes, the closer the extremes are together. And I think that this country isn't as divided as we're being led to believe. I think the reality is just that the extremes on both sides are radically different, but their fascism is similar, and they're the ones that are being the most vocal. I think most people are centrists. Most rational people align in the center. You might lean right, you might lean left, but I don't know very many hardcore right or left people that get into logic, because that's just not how it goes. You know, and it sucks because until we all wake up and realize that both parties are fucking us, we're going to keep getting fucked by each party, thinking that we have the high ground voting against the other party. I mean, look at the Democrats. The Democrats started and funded the KKK. They have passed more legislation that target and marginalize minorities than the Republicans. The Republicans had the first black person elected into office. They had the first woman elected into office. There's all this stuff. But now it's the Democrats are the party of woke. They're the party of, social justice. But the reality is there is no justice in that party because they're just going to enslave you. And meanwhile, the people on the right don't give a shit, and their party is doing similar shit. I mean, it's the two-party system is garbage. Both of these parties are using propaganda. The right uses fear-mongering. Oh, we got to be afraid of immigrants because they're going to take our status quo. We got to be afraid of how they take our jobs. We got to build walls and alienate ourselves to protect ourselves. Those are ideologically fear-mongering things, and they encourage xenophobia and whataboutism. So then that's what you get. And then you turn around on the left and they're weaponizing sensitivity. Everything that you feel becomes a weapon because you're outraged. It's outrage culture. You're mad. And if you go back into the 50s, the paradigms of fear-mongering versus weaponized sensitivity were exactly juxtaposed. The 1950s Republican is exactly like the neoliberals now. The only difference is that political correctness is the god in this case. Otherwise, there's no real discernible difference. And that's why it's weird for me when people are just one side or the other and just that stingent on this is how it is. Because that's never how it is. The reality is that life includes way more minutia that can be encompassed by two parties that are really just full of oligarchs that don't give a fuck about us. I mean, look at this election is the more clear case of it than I've ever seen. You have a snake oil elixir salesman versus an Alzheimer creep. That's what we're doing. And unless the country wakes up and realizes there's more options, there's no winning. And if you're a Trump person and you love that Trump's in office and you're excited that he's going to win again, that's one thing. And I'm not mad. I'm not one of these people that hate people based on their ideology. Like, people get to think whatever they want. I don't think Trump's a good president, but I also don't think he's this irreparable curse that fucking is going to take us down. I think that history will look on him as a good president, but I think a lot of the reason why is because the Dems hate him so much they're not doing anything. And I don't know, like, I mean, there's no real answer to that. You know, let's get caught up on the chat here quick. Nobody's actually afraid of getting harmed by a Nazi or the KKK. Right. It's just a talking point. Yep. Although I will say this, if you keep making Nazis and KKK members gather in the shadows, you'll never know how big they get. This is why I've always been pro, one, it's freedom of speech. But if a bunch of Nazis want to gather somewhere, I want that to be very public and very out in the open so we can see how many Nazis there are. I don't want to shove them down the fucking alleyway and make them interact on the dark web so that when they finally do mobilize and let's say they have a bunch of people, nobody fucking sees it coming. That's stupid. Liberalism Sucks says, if black lives really mattered to them, they would start to address the fact that the most violence on blacks is perpetrated by other blacks. I don't believe that, though. I know you could say that, but that's an if this, then that fallacy. You're using this other stat to not hear what they're saying. The reality is that if a black person interacts with a cop, statistically, they have a much higher chance of being killed. That's what this movement's about. It's not about lives mattering. It's a stupid name, but they wanted the name to be polarizing. I mean, the name was so polarizing that it created 3 counter groups immediately. All lives, blue lives, and fucking, there's another one that's something. But they, like, the way you go about the message is important, but it doesn't negate the message. And if you're sitting there going, oh, if it really mattered to them, they should start addressing this. That doesn't mean that it doesn't really matter to them. That just means that they fucked up on the way they're trying to execute. But that's like, you can't let people's shortcomings be a reason why you just don't hear what they're saying. Now, am I saying that, like, and you know, the other thing that's weird to me with Black Lives Matter is that people are like, oh, what about white lives? There's no exclamation point. There's no comma. There's no period in Black Lives Matter. Guess what? Black lives matter, and so can white lives. So can yellow lives. So can all lives. The reality is that this movement is centered around the fact that black people encountering cops tend to get killed at a crazy higher rate. And yes, in some cases, there's pre-charges, there's other things, there's whatever. But the reality is that this is just okay, and it shouldn't be. That's the problem. And it's not going to change till we all decide we're going to unite against the problem. As long as we sit here divided, they're just going to fucking run rickshaw on us all day fucking long. They're going to keep the liberals super angry and super sensitive to where every time they see Trump, they start to get anxiety attacks and panic attacks. And then they can't interact with anybody else that fucking was even involved with Trump because that will cause them to go back through it. Meanwhile, on the right, you're going to have all these people that are getting persecuted by all these people who are feeling emotional, and then they're going to be like, fuck you. So it's like on one side, you have hypersensitivity. On the other side, you have complete apathy. And now you've wedged this fork in between them for how long, and you expect them to just coexist. That's not how it fucking goes, man. And it's never how it will go. They cannot go anywhere different until we fix this. The two-party system is an irreparable threat to our democracy. And it has been for years. Our forefathers never intended for it to be 2 parties. That was never in the plan. But here we are. Let's see here. Sexy as black bitches. Black bitches are sexy. I agree. There's a video of one of the founders explaining that they're trained Marxists. What? Antifa? Oh, but that's not... Yeah, but the founding person of BLM isn't the actual organization. They're 2 different structures. It's like saying that Antifa is anti-fashion action. They're different organizations. Like the founder maybe, but that's not what was happening now. Like in Minneapolis, that's not what happened. Skelligo says, this may be the best channel I've stumbled upon. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Miss Willie says, BLM is the most racist out there. everyone's life matters. Well, see, but that's the thing. When you say, look at that. That's a great example of what I'm talking about, Mr. Willies. And good to have you back, Ryan. I fucking adore you. Somebody give him a sub because I'm about to tee up on him. See, this is what I hate. He just put BLM is the most racist thing out there. Everyone's life matters. Nowhere in the phrase Black Lives Matter does it mean anyone else's doesn't. It's just what it is. And it sucks that they picked that name. That name is very, very divisive. But that was part of what they wanted. They wanted to get the message out. They wanted it to be a little bit divisive. So, show us those sweet hairy nipples. I can't get nude on camera. We talked about this. You have to go to my fans only, bro. I said, good Lord. Mr. Pushable. Should you say horseshoe or horseshit? Horseshoe theory, it's called. I can... You know, we'll do an episode on that. Like, remind me. We'll fucking pop it in or whatever. Hell yeah, Skelegos. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, welcome in. Lane, 9 unarmed blacks were killed in 2019. The same year, 606 were killed by other black civilians. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Those 9 unarmed blacks were killed in 19... first off, there were way more than 9 that were killed in 2019. But the reality is those 9 were killed by people that were sworn in to keep the peace. The other black civilians are irrelevant. Both of these things can be true. Like, we have to figure out a way, and this isn't just you guys, like our society does this. You have to figure out a way to accept information, but understand how to quantify it. That's something that's really fucked up. What does that even matter? Lane copying his manifesto, yeah. How dare you explain how I feel? Shut up, Kong. Lane said black folks should run towards cops to protect them from other blacks. I don't believe in that. If a black American, I'd be terrified of other blacks, not cops. You'd be terrified of both, actually. That's the reality. Liberalism sucks says, can't risk any possibility of Nancy Pelosi. That's pretty funny. Being second in command, which is what would happen if creepy Cheeto Joe gets there. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I am calm. Balls Deep said, are potential voting rights for immigration violators a legit fear? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, like, here's the thing about that, Balls Deep. A year ago, I would have said no. Now, maybe. Let's see here. That's what people say when the truth hurts their brain. Oh, him and bombers are talking. You're just saying that not to attempt to... Okay, blah, blah, blah. 333, the oligarchy is real. Yep. How can we discredit you? You haven't said anything credible yet. See, and like immediately the lines form, right? And that's the thing. Who cares? I think we might need to get back to an era of time where when somebody goes, who did you vote for? You say, shut the fuck up and mind your business. I think that's what we might need to do. I mean, I don't know. Used to be people never talked about voting. Now voting becomes their whole fucking identity. I blame social media for that. It doesn't fit their narrative though. Yeah. Okay. Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis. Yeah, good Blues Brothers. Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis. God, I love Blues Brothers. What a great movie. My feelings aren't hurt. It's just sad to hear people think like that. Well, people do think like that. I mean, that's how it is. You've been duped of motive thinking, constant reality, blah, blah. If you brought out feelings to Twitch, well then. Yeah, if you brought your feelings to Twitch, it's not going to be a good thing. Surprised lane 008 isn't lane 88? I don't get that. Crackberry says the black on black crime argument is the most echo response. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is that both sides are becoming pretty big echo chambers. That's kind of the funny thing about being a libertarian is I have to deal with both sides yelling at me because like the Democrats think I'm a Republican and the Republicans think I should be a Republican. And then I just get yelled at by both sides all the time. JJ's Blood Alcohol Content says they should be putting their effort into changing their community. The problem isn't with the police. The problem is being an asshole may get you killed. Doesn't matter what color your skin is, but it does matter. You're statistically more likely to die if you're black than if you're white in a police encounter. This is true. And that needs to change. I mean, you could say whatever you want about the George Floyd thing. Should he have been killed? Of course not. Of course not. But this is the problem. And this is why shit boils over. Because every time something like this happens, we have discussions like these. People disagree or they don't. And then people just move on with their fucking shit. Lane, the real problem is with the black community is not the white establishment. It's black culture, as sad as that is. Well, yeah, but some of the black culture is systemic from the white establishment not really freeing the slaves when they said they were going to free them. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into the complexity. It's not just, oh, this is that culture. It's a schism in American culture, and it absolutely needs to be fixed. What's my name saying? I said, we're having anxiety, panic attacks because they're destroying the cities. But they're not your cities. You're not down here. Why would you have panic attacks over that? That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter. This is just what everybody's getting charged up to do. The only groups in the country that doesn't care about black lives is black folks. I don't know. I disagree with that, but that's fine. Skelligo says, I feel change will do nothing because it's never enough for humans. You always want more and greed. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I'm a libertarian. I want smaller government because the less people you have involved, the less opportunity for it to go bad. Because humans will corrupt that shit every fucking time. That's just how they are. Liberalism sucks. Says Minneapolis has been controlled by Democrats for decades. They allowed the corruption of the MPD and even the Belton boys. Yeah, but okay. You want to talk about the Minneapolis Police Department? Let's talk about the labor union and let's talk about the police union, all of which are pretty Republican. Every Republican on the fucking city knew about Bob Kroll and they did fucking nothing. So you can't just place that on Dems. That's not how that works. That I don't believe that's anybody's fault party-wise, but if you're going to point to anybody, you have to kind of point to the Republicans on that because it's Bob Kroll. He's the problem. Get rid of him. Shit gets better. Like, he's warrior training. He's covering up for people. It's just bad. JJ's Blood Alcohol Content says, it's too easy to blame the police. It's about culture and attitude. Yes. Fuck yes. Yes, that. That is what I'm talking about, JJ. It's absolutely about culture and attitude. You can't say you're a victim of society and be responsible for your own. Right. And then you add identity culture to that, and now everybody has a built-in excuse for why they can't excel or why they can't achieve in this atmosphere. And that's the whole thing. They just clash together, and there's nothing you can do to stop that. The stream does kind of rule. Congrats for that. Oh, thanks, Lane. I appreciate it. Ellie, think of it this way. My house is on fire. It's being ignored by the fire department. A group called Ellie's House Matters has started. Do you cry about how your house matters too, or do you help the person being discriminated against? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's an okay analogy. What's my name says? How many of those knives were all drug up and didn't listen to the police officers? How many of those knives? Oh, those 9? I don't know. I mean, like, being drugged up doesn't mean you die, Sandy. Like the George Floyd thing, like, that shouldn't have happened. Yes, he was on drugs. Yes, those cops probably won't get convicted. But that still doesn't mean he deserved to die. And that's something that you probably just need to look in yourself, why you think people deserve to die because they're making mistakes like doing drugs or being in a bad environment. And again, look at how many white people in similar situations are not killed. The numbers are staggering. Mr. Approachable is sometimes to keep the peace, some people got to go. I don't get that, I guess. Rusty's got the Steiner Octopus popcorn beer going. Balls Deep says, the voices of the responsible and accountable need to be bullhorns and receptive. Oops, I need some water. Bullhorns and receptive to audience, burning shit down and focusing on the chaos as a means to heal stupid, divisive, and threatening America knows it. Well, but like protests, like riots are a byproduct of protests that are giant and going on deeming. I mean, how many like in Minneapolis specifically? Like, you want to talk about those 9? Let's fuck those 9. Let's talk about 5. There have been 5 major black people killed unarmed by police, 1 a year in Minneapolis. Philando Castile made the news cycle. George Floyd made the news cycle. Like, they make the news cycle. Jamar Clark. Like, these are problems where at some point, when you keep telling people, oh, it's fine, you peaceful protest, and then the next year they watch another one. And here's the other thing, too. Look at how fucked up Corona is. I don't think all this rioting and shit would happen if we weren't pent up for fucking months. People are fed up with their government right now. Some people feel like they're being marginalized. Some people are being killed at a weird rate. And we're all being dicked around by a fucking virus that has turned political. You can't be mad at anybody that's not in a position to heal. It's all we do is absorb divisive things. That's all the two-party pumps us with. So then when people are divisive back, you can't be mad at them. We're the victims. Liberalism sucks says, Floyd was such an angel, you know, holding a gun to a pregnant woman's abdomen and demanding money. Maybe this was karma. Sure. But was he doing that when the police killed him? Because he wasn't. Lane, Adam, I do understand how to quantify information. Please don't imply that I haven't tackled that challenge in my life. I'm not implying anything. I'm addressing what you said. And don't come back at me and act like my opinion is somehow some quantifying of your information or intellect. That's not what this is. This is a discourse. Like, we're having a discourse right now. And that's fine. I enjoy that. But let's leave the gaslighting out of it, huh? I'm not telling you what your quality of information or quantifying it is. I'm saying that what you are saying provides a limited outlook based on the things I know. It's just an opinion, man. No diggity. House of Representatives should be classified based on the number of actual voters, strength and valid ID. We want to have illegal immigration count. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. And illegal immigration, that's a huge problem with voter fraud right now. Like, the Republicans like to jury rig, and the Democrats like to bus in people from other places and then offer them a bunch of social services in exchange for votes, which is essentially bribing. But they get around it because it's like housing acts or some shit. King Kong, I want you to come over so I can shit all over your EDH deck. Well, good luck. Ellie Mail. Well, producer Mike. So if more blacks pull guns on cops, that would pump the numbers then? Yeah, but none of them have guns. The ones I'm talking about aren't the guns. Unarmed black people get killed by cops at a substantially higher rate than unarmed white people. The Lane 088 was mildly humorous attempt at a Nazi insult. Oh, was it? I guess. Statistical probability. I don't think I am. LP. Hell yeah, Rusty Grammar. Tell it. You've been tricked into thinking that white folks have less of a chance. I don't. I've never said that. I'm going by the numbers. I don't like. There's numbers. There's data. The white people unarmed get killed substantially less by cops than black people. That's a fact. That's not an opinion. No Diggy says government workers should not have unions. Change my mind. Yeah, I mean, yeah, police unions especially. Police unions are fucking garbage. Producer Mikey says breaking news: Beirut explosion takes out Block City. Yeah, breaking news, guys. Yeah, watch out. Hey, 30 minutes ago, they want their sweet Beirut reference back, bro. All right. You know what? We're going to get caught up on the rest of this chat. Let me, we're just going to finish this up because we got like 5 minutes.
Treat black people differently from white people.
Well, I hope not. I hope not. Certainly the
You've seen the statistics.
The knee on the neck was a disgrace, okay?
Yeah.
It was a disgrace.
I'm talking about, what does systemic racism mean to you?
I hope the answer to that question is no. Does anybody really answer that question accurately?
But what about not hope? What about analysis? What's your cold-hearted
I have seen where there is a difference, and I don't want there to be a difference. I don't like that there would be a difference. But with that being said,
why do you think black men are 2.5 times?
White people.
I know, but why do you think black men?
In a larger number,
in quantity,
police have killed white people.
But why do you think black men are 2.5 times more likely to be killed by police than white men?
That I don't know, but I don't like it.
But you must have thought about it.
Why? I don't know why, but I don't like it. I do know this.
Does it speak to something
police
systemic?
Have killed many white people also.
But proportionally, what does it speak to?
It speaks to something, if that's the number, you're telling
It is the
me a
number.
number. Okay, if that's the number, it speaks to something that to me is unacceptable.
And what do you do about it then?
Well, I think we've already done a lot of things.
But you haven't, it still
Let me
exists.
just tell you.
No, I understand your achievements. I know what you're going to say. I'm not suggesting you haven't done a lot
I've done
economically.
a thing called criminal justice
I get
reform.
it. I'm just saying what
that your
changes.
friend, President Obama couldn't
It's
get
not my
done.
friend.
He
I'm
tried,
asking about that
he
statistic.
tried, but he couldn't get it
I'm
done.
not-
I got criminal
I get
justice.
it. I get it.
I got opportunity zones. I took care of the historically black. You know, if you look at what I've done for colleges, for black colleges and universities, I got them funding. Obama never did it. I did more for the black community than anybody, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln, whether you like it or not. People say, oh, that's interesting.
You believe you did more than Lyndon Johnson, who passed the Civil Rights Act?
I think I did, yeah.
How?
Because I
How
got criminal
possibly did you
justice reform done. I got prison reform.
Lyndon Johnson.
I've done things. Well,
he passed the Civil Rights Act.
How has it worked out? If you take a look at what Lyndon Johnson did.
You think the Civil Rights Act was a mistake?
How has it worked out? Because frankly, it took a long time. But for African Americans, under my administration, Jonathan, under my administration, African Americans were doing better than they had ever done in the history of this country. So I did a lot. Job numbers, all of the money. They had money. They were getting great. Their percentage was up. Their housing ownership was up. They did better than they've ever done until we got hit. And now, you know what we're doing? I'm building it up again. We're going to have it. Next year will be a great year, unless it's screwed up by somebody that doesn't know what he's doing, which could happen, but I don't think it will.
John Lewis is lying in state in the U.S. Capitol. How do you think history will remember John Lewis?
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't know John Lewis. He chose not to come to my inauguration. He chose. I never met John Lewis, actually. I don't believe.
Do you find him impressive?
I can't say one way or the other. I find a lot of people impressive. I find many people not impressive. But no, I didn't go.
Do you find his story impressive?
He didn't come to my inauguration. He didn't come to my State of the Union speeches. And that's okay. That's his right. And again, nobody has done more for black Americans than I have.
I understand.
He should have come. I think he made a big mistake.
But taking your relationship with him out of it, do you find his story impressive, what he's done for this country?
He was a person that devoted a lot of energy and a lot of heart to civil rights, but there were many others also.
There's a petition to rename the Edmund Pettus Bridge in Selma, Alabama as the John Lewis Bridge. Would you support that idea?
I would have no objection to it if they'd like to do it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Would have no objection to it whatsoever. Okay.
Mr. President, you've been so generous with your time, and we really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. Great honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I reclaim my time. I reclaim it. Okay. Look at him. Look at him. Look.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Oh man, those guys are like, God, this fucking guy. Even the president's pictures kind of mock him. It's kind of cool. Pretty great. All right, let's get back to preaching it, you motherfuckers. From my hobbit hole, my hovel. I want to get like some nice calming shit going before I really get into it. Yeah, let's go. There we go. All right. Let's get back to your fucking comments, you fucking lemmings. Ha ha ha. Wow. All right. Some of the culture does have to do with poverty. With poverty comes more crime. There will be more runs. Well, yeah, but like, it's weird because like race and poverty are hand in hand in this nation. Like we had a whole subsection of people that were property. And then when we freed them, we didn't really free them. And then again, you look at like the Black Wall Street Massacre and stuff. Like there's all kinds of weird systemic stuff that comes in. It's crazy. Cheeseburger Pie. I lived in Brooklyn Park for years and I've been pulled over doing some stupid shit and let go. It's probably because I was white, so I can agree with Corey on the police. Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's numbers on it, man. Okay, I just got back from lunch. Welcome back. I agree. Government workers should not have unions. Yep. Liberalism sucks. Gets it? All right. Lane. Nobody thinks George Floyd deserved to die the way he did, but he was a total piece of shit person. Yeah, I agree with that. Those two things are not mutually exclusive, though. You can believe both of them, you know? All right. There's breaking news? I love breaking news.
Let me show you how I create.
Breaking news from 2010? Nice try, Mikey. See what you're doing. Unions were to protect people against private business owners who weren't following the laws. Tell me how the government... Well, the government is a private business now. So, like, it's funny because unions aren't unions. In 2020, Minneapolis police have been involved in 4 deaths. 1 was black, 3 were non-black. I didn't say it. I said on the main street that, like... Oh, my God. Fine. I'll clack your fucking thing. Yeah, okay. So the reason why these numbers are bigger, here you go. I'll tell you this, right? So the reason why those numbers are bigger is look at the population of black people versus white people. Per capita, it's way crazy. Like, it's like 62%. Even off those, which is like 27%. So the actual deaths that I'm seeing based on that Star Tribune, if you click on it, is actually right around 53. But I mean, like, again, major cycle winners, man. Like, that's the huge thing. So, Corona normalized the wearing of masks and covers. Yeah, I'm surprised there weren't more bank robberies, right? Everybody's walking around with a mask. It is a fact, bro. The fuck the police be attitude will get you killed by a cop. I don't think it will. Cops aren't out there to kill you, man. They're there. Most of them, like, there are bad cops for sure, but most of the cops that are like most cops are there because they want to help. Like, they're there because that's their job. Nobody, like, there is a small section of them that were like bullied, so they want to get even, but that's not most of them. Link is every year since 2001. More non-black. They're not per capita. Again, what you're doing is you're taking a small sample size and not really applying it to the numbers. Look up population of black people versus population of white people and adjust for that, and then look at the percentages. The percentages are completely crazy. It's like 3-to-1 statistically. Because what you can do is you can flood, and this is actually interesting, and we'll dissect this. This is how people perpetuate the idea that this isn't happening. They will take the raw numbers and say, well, this is the raw numbers, but it's not. It's the percentage, and it's almost double. Black people are way more likely to be involved in a fatal incident with cops than white people. You have to adjust for population when you're doing that stat. That's just how it works. It's math. Stats can say a lot. People want to shade arrests as evidence of systemic racism. Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, though, is that, like, the way... There's a lot of systemic stuff. It's crazy. I don't know. Hard to tell. And I'm back. We're still on this video. Yeah, we were still on this video. Reading a lot of Spurgs here, even here is why I usually shut up so I don't sound dumb. Yeah. Anybody? Any difference in black versus white getting killed by cops can be attributed to black culture and the difference in the likelihood the cop is going to come under attack. I disagree with you 100%. And even if that was the case, if that's your stance, Lane, that even more justifies the fact that they're going in there with prejudice because they've already judged that they're under attack. So it actually proves my point. Even though I disagree with you, your stance actually proves what I'm saying more than what you're saying. Cops just don't march around hunting Negroes. I never said that. Nobody said that. Yeah, he got mad triggered. That's weird, right? Lyndon Johnson was a huge racist. This fucking guy. Yeah, how funny is that, right? Wow. I still don't feel cops have killed white people, too, is the argument people think of. Wait. Cops shouldn't be killing people for no fucking... Right, and that's exactly, Skelegos. That's exactly what I was saying at the beginning of all this shit, is that the real argument about, like, the George Floyd thing, right? Like, it shouldn't matter that this dude's black. We should all get together and be like, I don't give a shit what happened prior. Like, that dude should not have been killed by the police. And if we don't hold these motherfuckers accountable, like, that's this right here, these dialogues, this is how they fucking get us. They keep us divided and bitching and moaning about, oh, the numbers, or Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, all lives matter, when we all as a country should be uniting and be like, hey, cops shouldn't be killing unarmed civilians. Fuck y'all. Like, that's... Like, and not fuck cops. We need cops in a society, obviously. I'm not saying that, but fuck cops that are going to kill unarmed civilians. And I think we need to make I feared for my life prosecutable. Like, if you are afraid of your life for a man in handcuffs, you got to go, man. It's not in it for you. You're not supposed to be a cop. You're scared of a man in handcuffs. Get fucked. Late Big Mad. But are stats concerning the family unit any less valid? How do we rebuild the family unit without peer? We can't. That's the whole thing. This Brit is disgusting. He's trying to load questions and lead them to misspeaking. Fuck him already. Yeah. It's kind of funny because, like, he was trying to do Trump to Trump, and then he just did it back. It's kind of weird to watch. Spot on. I couldn't have said that better myself. I hear. Cops are not putting on their utility belts in the morning. Think, fuck these blacks. Nobody said that's what they're thinking. See, this is what you did. You heard information you don't want to believe, and now you're lashing out. Like, nobody said that. Nobody said, oh, they're hunting black people. I never said that. I said black people are more statistically likely to die in an encounter with the cops than other races. That's what it is. That needs to stop. I don't know why that's a big deal. White people get in a situation where like a white, like, look at how many shooters you see that get apprehended alive. I don't think there would be a mass shooter that was black that got apprehended like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I just don't believe that. No diggity. BLM is trying to minimize that aspect by saying challenge the Western nuclear family. I don't believe in all this shit though, because like the organization and the movement aren't the same, and that's part of the problem. Like this idea that now you have people in charge that don't really know what they're doing. So it's whatever. Yeah, no, diggity. Exactly. The movement is valid. The organization is trash. Nobody cares that you're black. It's how you choose to act. Yes, some people care you're black. Lane, I know you're not going to believe this. Some people are racist. There are racists in the world. And it's not even against white people necessarily. I know black people that hate white people. Racism is everywhere. Ellie Mae, so does the KKK not exist? No one cares if you're black. The KKK doesn't really exist, though. Like, that's kind of a propaganda piece. Like, think about it. Every time you see a KKK person, where are they? They're in the hut in the middle of fucking nowhere. If the KKK was really a threat or really anything, you would see more interviews with them, like, in a fucking penthouse somewhere. But it's always in a shed. I prefer Trump Flowbridge, yeah. Was dabbed in the explosion in Beirut, too. Yeah, fuck that, right? Fuck with this guy. It's Power Zero. Thank you. I've been pissing you off on purpose. Oh, hey. Thanks for pissing me off. LOL. Yeah, right? Reclaim. Yep, I reclaim my time. Reclaim. Nobody's claiming they don't exist, but they've been relegated to a joke. I don't know what you're saying. But you said no one cares if someone's black. Yeah, right? That's why I don't understand. Yeah. Since 1843. They do care, man. Finally ate my cold lunch after my dad stopped by to say hello. I'm limbing, at least in my place. Okay. The KKK are a defeated entity. Stakes as Nazis, same as Nazis. Yeah, they're not a thing. I agree with you there, Lane. What's my name, Sandy? Ellie, you're being too technical. I believe Lane meant most, majority, not all. Well, okay, but then he just said he didn't mean that. So which is it? He went back and forth, Sandy. That's the point. You can't point to the KKK as a boogeyman when they've been the laughingstock for generations, and they are. They are a laughingstock. King Kong Dong says, I've been pulled over 27 times, 0 tickets, 0 sobriety tests. Guaranteed if I'd black, I'd have 27 tickets. Right. And that's what I'm talking about. And not only would you have 27 tickets, but you might not. You might have 24 tickets, and the 25th time something happened and they killed you. I mean, that's the thing. You invented that to justify your narrative. No, I didn't. Cops want to get your ass just as bad as any blacks. No. Their job is to get you bitch ass regardless of color. Oh, no. What's my name? Sandy says, King Kong Dong. You don't know that for sure. You're probably corporate, and listen, we don't know what other people, whatever. Like, why are you dying on this hill, Sandy? Like, I get it. It doesn't matter to you, but I don't know why it doesn't. Did you guys know that you can block specific people on here? So cool. Ellie, who did you block? I want to know the dirt now. Crack Baby says, Lane, shut up already. Nobody cares. You're just spam. Lane says, your white ass and their cops' cars fuel their career, same as black ass. Whatever. That's not what I'm saying. No Diggity says, nobody wants to rob a bank. They won't take your cash. Yeah, that's right. Coin shortage, right? Killing people depends on how you act. No, sometimes they are going to kill you even if you act okay. There's people that have been killed acting okay. I never even argued with you. You're just annoying as fuck. Ooh, snap. No one wants to kill somebody, so it's based off what the person did when they got pulled over. Sounds like a stupid people weeding themselves out, but that's not entirely how it is. There's people that get killed that have no priors. So, well, let me offer another side. The average man who walks up to a child in distress will immediately be seen as a predator who wants to kidnap them and do unspeakable things. A woman does not face the same pressures. Right, there's systematic prejudice within our system. And it goes all around. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree with you, Diggity. Millisecond 420. This music makes me feel like I'm eating at a Chinese buffet. You are. Welcome to the Cory Dragon. Here, do you want Fantasy Arcade instead? I mean, we could get like the real like dope beats if you want to like go crazy. Let me find them here. I have to pick this like lame ass music because it's all free, like it's like royalty free, so I can use it. Because if I use anything else on here, let's do lights. Oh yeah, there we go. Is that better? I hate that. This ain't bad. Alright, this one said. Alright, back to the chat. My penance. Am I getting it? Alright. Just help the children, that's my really up. Nobody disagrees that cops should kill folks less. But the idea that it's a race thing, it's not bullshit. The idea that you think that it's a race thing is bullshit. Like, yes, cops should kill less people. Yes, they should kill less black people as well. It's okay to say that, man. A-Bomb says, what's more funny? Lane being triggered or Lane thinking Corey's name is Adam? I don't know. He always calls me Adam. It's my last name. It counts. Oh my god, is that true? Do you really think his name is Adam? Yeah. Yeah, Lane's always done that. It's fine. I don't give a shit. JJ's Alcocker Content says, you're right, but cops should be held accountable on personal and individual basis. Yeah, I agree. We should be able, I think we should privatize them. Privatize the police, and then you can fire them when they fuck up. Seems easy. Seems like the unions are the bad part. They may have had to hold on to some sketchy ones. Right. They should be gone. Balls Deep says, still irks me, fentanyl aside, when Floyd went limp, each of those officers especially showed had a duty to assist. He could have been afraid. Right. Well, that's the thing about it is like that dude was clearly on drugs and he clearly didn't know what was going on. That's when your cops are supposed to protect and serve. And again, I like if he was out like with his hands or he was lunging or the dude couldn't even stand. He was just being afraid. Like, and I think what happened is he probably had a warrant out, and if he gets caught again, he's probably going to jail. So he's freaking out while he's on drugs. Again, that's not like they're public servants, man. Corey, are you implying that Lane says, Corey, are you implying that the bias rests with the police when the fault is on the public? I don't know what you're asking there. There's a bias and we need to address it. I don't know. I think that it's everything's society's fault, so it would be the public, right? I mean, like, again, I'm not mad at cops. Like, we just need to make sure they're killing people less. All people, right? Absolutely, that cop was a piece of shit. Right, that cop was a piece of shit. And that's what we need to be doing. Instead of having these weird semantic arguments over whether or not they got to do that, we need to be talking about how this guy was a piece of shit and he shouldn't have killed a human being. That's what scares me about all this, is that people get caught in the minutia of like BLM or all this other shit, but like what's getting lost in the fact is that like the cops killed somebody that didn't deserve to die. Like, you can say whatever you want about his priors. You can say whatever you want about, like, the shit he did. In that instance, in that interaction, he should not have been killed by a public servant. That's all. The other three weren't much better. Right. All of them. Like, I mean, fucking look at Philando Castile. That's maybe the worst one that I've seen. Like, they're all bad. You know? Wait. They're racist shit? I thought the news saying it was a piece of shit. It's not. Lane says, the fact that some people are racist doesn't prove your implication right about police bias. No, the data does. All this talk about black folks keep reminding me about Beyonce's titties. Okay. Jeez, slow at chat today. Well, yeah, because it's fucking backed up because I was doing something else. That Beirut explosion sent me back. Calm down. I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to make sure I get to all the comments. So I'm just cruising, all right? KKK got into the mob. Mostly killed off. Yeah, the Italians hate the KKK for sure. I've not gone back and forth. My messaging is consistent. I disagree with that. I get a ticket about half the time I get pulled over. All right, well, get better. Ready for me to disprove the ticket theory? I am white. Never gotten a warning. Always ticketed. Had a gun drawn on me. Right, but do you have a record? Like, having a record will do that, but guess what? You haven't been killed. Like, you had a gun on you in a ticket. If you were black, there's a chance that could have been a death. I mean, I guess it could have been. There's a chance it could have been a death even with your white, but it would have been more likely. JJ's alcohol. I rob a bank for increased credit. Funny. Liberalism sucks. Says blacks are around 13% of the population, yet commit something like 24% of the crime. However, only a small percentage, 13, are actually committing the crime. The media never wants to make mention of the upstanding black people that are law-abiding, productive members of society. Just want to raise them. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it's all narratives, you know, and people. You tell people that they're bad enough, they become bad. That's just nature. Just seen Diamond, the lady in the alley. Yeah, exactly. Block Sandy, didn't block her. Everyone blocks Sandy. Don't block her from the page. Just block her annoying ass. K-Fallen's mad. He's pissed. I'm going to go on record and say that I will not be blocking anyone here because I'm not afraid of people's wrong argument. Lane, I am with you. I will also not be blocking anybody here. I do have mods that will time people out if they're getting super annoying. Or I'll say this. I might block people if I think it's funny, but I will unblock them then in that case. The media needs to never mention of outright sending a clarified stuff. Yeah, I agree with that. Arguments. Needs. Diamond House. Diamond House is good. Lane says, shout out Jenny. We'll go for lunch after you get tired of chat. Yeah, I guess so. I'm down. Yeah, we can do lunch. Yeah, okay. Get burgers at the secret place? Maybe. Lots of black cops. So with your thinking, black cops racist. Everybody has the extent to be racist. It's not a black or white thing. Racism isn't condoned to a color. Like race plays a thing into it. Not your last name, though. Totally my last name, though, bro. Should say mainstream media. Yeah, maybe. That's the name. The real Donald Trump said off topic. Oh, the Pentagon declassified off-world vehicles. If you type in Pentagon and off-world, here, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. So the Pentagon declassified, there you go, UFOs basically. And it happened while Barr was doing his thing, while Reclaim My Time thing happened. So nobody covered it in the news. But yeah, the Pentagon declassified that we have off-world vehicles not made on this earth. And we've had them for a while, which means Bob Lazar was right yet again. Yeah. Involved in Cajun food. Ha ha ha. Lane goes, yes, I've been to jail about 10 times and I have a record. And A-Bobs just says, sounds about right. That, my friend, is how you spicy burn someone. I should condense my comments into one. If you could get those UFOs to me, I'd appreciate it. I'm not techie enough. Yeah, pretty crazy, right? Bob was right again, baby. Yep. You guys seen the new anti-pirate gunboats in the Navy? No, yeah. Oh, the railguns? Yeah. All right, well, hey. We're over time. We made it through all that chat. Fuck, man. Let's head over to the end phase. Whoosh. You have been watching Twitch Talk. My name is Corey Adam. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to join in on the show even more, go over to the Discord. A lot of the games are streamed there. I hang out there. A bunch of people are there. We do a lot of fun stuff. We're going to start watching wrestling on Wednesday nights there with John Russell. So we'll have a little watch party that's only on Discord. So that'll be fun. Also, if you go to Venmo, Vino. Yeah, give me some wine, baby. If you go over to Venmo Corey Adam Comedy or CoreyAdamComedy@gmail helps go to the channel. Everything else, like, I mean, comedy's not really working, guys. So, like, anything you give goes directly to me and keeping my electricity on and all my bills there. I really appreciate it. Also, if you want to watch me play games, whoops. Well, hold on. There we go. The game channel's right there. That's TwitchTok Cast. And then if you want to donate, you can go here. If you want to follow me for any other reason, info's right there. Yeah, that's about the size of it, if we're honest. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. And we will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye. Remember, Monday through Friday, we do this 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Come back and see us again. You guys have been awesome. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Also, I'm going to be on the Steel Toe Show page tonight at 6 p.m., so you'll see me in a few hours. You guys have been awesome. Have a great day. Goodbye.
Down the microphone above his hip. He supper fools and he never took no lip. And after cereal